5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, everyone, to episode 228 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. I'm your host, Dan.
I'm Eric.
Will.
Corey.
Today's episode is going to be on Assassin's Creed Syndicate. It came out on PC like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, recently.
Yeah.
About a month after it came out on consoles. So that's going to be our topic for the week. We all played at least a little bit of it. Even I played it. I played a lot of it, actually, over the past few days. So you'll get all sorts of impressions on Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Does anyone have anything they want to tease for later on in the episode?
Just Cause 3 I'll talk about a little bit. I played that briefly.
Which we're going to do an episode on in about 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
Is the schedule.
And then just more Rocket League. A little more Fallout I played too.
Okay. Will?
I pretty much played Syndicate and a lot of Fallout.
Okay.
So
cool. I also played Fallout, so I'm sure we'll have a Fallout conversation later. Corey, what'd you play?
Same, just Fallout.
Fallout and Syndicate?
A little bit of Syndicate.
A little bit of Syndicate. Okay.
Much more Fallout.
No, I like having people in different places in the game because, your opinion can change over the course of the game. So it's a good one. So, yeah, Assassin's Creed Syndicate takes place in 1868 London. The main characters are twin assassins Jacob and Evie Fry. That's a new thing for the Assassin's Creed series, is having two protagonists. Evie's a little more of a stealth-based character, and Jacob is more of a combat-based character. Although, for the most part, you can those differences are negligible till the end of the game. Some of the equipment stuff is like tailored. Evie's equipment is a little more tailored towards stealth, and Jacob's equipment's a little more tailored towards combat. So, let's talk about the setting first, because that obviously that's the huge difference between the Assassin's Creed games. It's set in 1868 London. Kind of at the height of the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. What do you guys think of the setting for Syndicate?
I thought it was really nice looking.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. I like London anyway. Something kind of cool about it.
Yeah.
It was love me a good accent.
It was the center of the Western world at that time, and the world even.
Yeah.
The hub of all companies and technology and all that stuff was kind of at London in that time. So.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a setting that would interest me in playing an Assassin's Creed game.
Right.
So, and I think from what I played of it, it lived up to that.
Yeah. Okay. Corey, did you like the setting?
Absolutely. I like those. Like I watch like Peaky Blinders and I don't know, that kind of like chimney sweep, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory kind of, that grubby London feel.
Yeah. Gritty old school London.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, Will? I know you initially weren't big on the Victorian London type of thing.
Somebody who's been through high school recently, British history was shoved down your throat and culture and learning about it. So it kind of bores
Was it really?
me. Yeah, you learn a lot in the Western civs. You don't learn about other interesting civilizations. I love learning about Russia and all that and other European, but Britain bores me because I've been exposed to it so much.
Yeah, see, I
learning.
don't feel like we learned that much about Britain when we were in school.
Yeah.
A little bit about Britain up until the American Revolution.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of ethnocentric, I guess, after that.
But I will say I did like the setting, actually.
Okay.
It was very nice. I was just as soon as I was yep, this is London. And it was as Corey said, the grubby, I don't know. It just did a really good job.
Yeah. I should say that I'm pretty close to beating it at this point. I wanted to get that out there too. I probably would have beaten it tonight,
Yeah.
But maybe tonight or tomorrow night I'll probably have it beaten. I've played quite a bit over the past few days. How much?
I played maybe 6 hours. I'm in memory sequence 5.
Okay.
Not that far. There's only 9 memory sequences.
There's 8 memory sequences, and then the last one for the final guy that you go after.
Okay, so I'm a little over half then.
Okay. What about you, Eric?
I only played that initial 3 hours.
Okay.
That's it. I didn't play anything else of it.
Okay, Corey, you said you played about 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm not too far. Just got off the. I did Evie's mission and then did a little run around in London and then I was done.
Okay.
It's 2 hours.
I unlocked the train base.
Oh.
And that is where I stopped.
Which is also really kind of cool. One of the things about the interesting things about the setting is all all the cluster and like traffic in the streets of London. There's trains. Your base kind of that you unlock is a train that circles the city, and it's moving pretty much the entire time. It'll stay still at like a station for a little while, but yeah, it just travels around the city. There's trains you can capture and hijack and stuff as one of the side things. Carriage driving too is also really really fun.
Yeah, it is.
It makes me think of Grand Theft Auto set back in the day.
It's exactly what I thought when I was
a little bit, because
doing
there's the running, run people down, and your carriage chases, which is kind of funny. It's weird to see like your horses go flying full speed into something, and it just kind of crashing like a car instead of the horses whatever flipping.
Tipping.
Yeah. But I found myself when I was being chased by someone, shooting the horses.
Yeah.
Instead of the people on the horses, because the cart will, the horse will go down and the cart will tumble and fling the people off of it that are chasing you. So
yeah.
Pro tip.
That's what I've been doing too.
Pro tip: if you're getting chased, shoot the horse. There's also and I don't know, I didn't play Assassin's Creed Unity either. Last one I played was Black Flag. I think that's an important thing to make. So that's what I have it to compare it to. I'm also going to be comparing it a little bit to Shadow of Mordor, because it's a similar type of game. But one of the cool things about it was the River Thames, that goes through.
Yep.
All the boats and traffic on that too. That's really awesome.
Wait, can you jump on boats and swim and stuff?
Yeah,
yeah.
It's got its own unlockable perches. What are those things called in Assassin's Creed? The high parts that you stand on, where you synchronize the map.
The viewpoints.
Viewpoint. That's what it is. Yep. Yeah, there's those in the water too. It's got its own separate territorial battles and stuff. Yeah, that's a really fun part of the map too. And like any Assassin's Creed game, it's got a ton of side stuff, which I will list off.
The part that I like about the river stuff is like usually the rivers in the games are kind of like blank spaces, just kind of there. But this one like has stuff to do.
And there's a ton of boats like flying through it. Yep. I was kind of surprised, like if that's really what it was like, that's amazing. So yeah, some of the side stuff you can do. There's fight clubs, carriage racing, hijacking carriages, trains, and boats, gang warfare. And takeover of neighborhoods. I don't know if any of that stuff was in Unity. Like I said, I didn't really play Unity. Was the gang warfare in that at all?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I didn't get too far because it was awful.
Right, right.
Yeah, like me and Eric did like pretty much stop at the same point in that game, but I think the gang warfare is something that's like new.
Okay, and it makes sense. It makes you think of the movie Gangs in New York a little bit.
Yes, that's one of the reasons I really like the setting, because I love that movie.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Well, let's talk about the main characters too. I actually really like the main characters.
Same here. I thought they were interesting.
Yeah, Jacob Fry is a kind of reckless. He kind of does things and acts without much thought into what he's doing. And then Evie's kind of there to clean up the mess afterwards. She's a little more calculating, a little more careful in her actions. And I think they're good main characters.
Yeah, I agree. They play off each other well too.
Yes, they do.
I think they should have had it the other way around.
Do you?
It's a little predictable for the guy to be like the crazy guy.
Yeah, I could see that. It would have been interesting to see it the other way.
Yeah, have her brother there to look after her.
Clean up the mess.
Yeah, I'll assume he was the firstborn for no other reason than it works for me right now.
Okay.
I know they're twins, but he came out first.
Right.
So her 5-minute older brother could have looked out for her. I would have liked that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that. Some of the characters you get to interact with, famous characters from history. Charles Dickens, Alexander Graham Bell, who's got a great Scottish accent in the game. Karl Marx, which I thought was kind of weird, but you do get to do some missions for Karl Marx. Yeah, I feel like there was one other one.
Darwin.
Charles Darwin. Yes, thank you, Will. Yep, you can do missions for Charles Darwin too.
Oh yeah.
And they're all kind of side stuff. Some of the Alexander Graham Bell stuff is part of the main story. He helps you unlock some of the weapons that you use in the game. So, I should say too, I'm actually kind of enjoying Assassin's Creed, believe it or not.
Me too.
Oh, I loved what I played of it.
I mostly liked Black Flag, but it was mostly because of the pirate ship stuff. I hated all the assassin stuff, but I feel like this game works a lot better. Like the controls are undoubtedly better than Black Flag. Like I said, I didn't play Unity. I know some of that stuff made its way into Unity. Some of the better controls and stuff, but
arguable.
Better. They're better, not good.
Slightly.
I'm not going to say they're good, but
The biggest thing for me is the L1 grapple thing
Yeah.
they added for climbing. That makes it 100 times easier.
it is better, but I think that compared to Just Cause 2 and Dying Light, it's a lot more janky than those two games.
I can see that.
It doesn't flow as nicely. Like I always found myself having to get really close to the building before I could
Use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're going straight up,
That's
when
true.
you're going side to side, it was a little easier to manage.
Yeah, because when you're going like across an open area, like that's a pretty long range that it has that you can
Yeah.
zip line across.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. As like somebody who's played almost all of the Assassin's Creed,
Yeah.
this is like awesome and makes it way easier to climb buildings. And like for the viewpoint buildings, they're really tall, and like sometimes you have to find a specific spot that you can climb up because you couldn't get up at
Yeah.
like and
You had
like
to find that one perfect path.
Which is a pain in the dick.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's not much fun. So
No.
now in this one, I just throw my thing up there and climb it really easily and
Yeah.
like get a good start.
What I like about the zip line is that it also lets you set up different ways to assassinate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can get to different parts where
Right.
you might not be able to access otherwise.
Or you can hang over top of them on your zip line.
I've never done that.
Yeah. Can you? I'm almost positive you can do that.
You might
Yeah.
be able to.
It's been a while, but I'm pretty
Oh
sure I
yeah,
did
yeah.
that.
Set the zip line and then stop midway through.
Yeah.
And yeah, okay,
And
yeah.
assassinate from the air.
Yeah, I thought you meant like hang down from something on your zip line.
No.
Okay, yeah.
No.
You're right. I have done that because otherwise you wouldn't be able to. You know, it's like a courtyard or something.
Mhm.
They could put your zip line across. That, like you said, you wouldn't be able to reach it from the side, jump far enough to assassinate. So you shimmy across on your zip line and
Yep.
drop down and
down.
assassinate.
Kill that bitch.
Yeah. But yeah, like I definitely don't think it controls as nice as Mordor does. I just feel like that like the parkour stuff flowed a lot better in that one. But one of the things I do like in this one is when you want to go up, you do the free run button and A, and then when you want to go down, you do free run and B.
Mm-hmm.
I think that makes it a little easier to control your character where they're going and stuff. So that's definitely an improvement over Black Flag.
It's weird that it still doesn't feel as good as other games. I don't really know why.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know if it's just because I have the bias that it was awful for the first however many games that I just assume.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know what it is in my head that I'm still like bad at some of the stuff. Like when
Yeah.
you're on the carriages, you have to jump to the other one and then like hijack it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so bad at it, and I don't know if it's me or the game.
Right. The only thing I had trouble with in this one is again when you're supposed to tail somebody.
Yeah. Yep.
The whole like getting too close, and it's a little more forgiving in this one than it is in other ones. But I had
There's
one.
less of them too, isn't there?
There's less of them, much less, a lot less of them actually. And I'll talk about some of the missions that are different in a minute. But one of the ones I had to follow a carriage, and the way the mission makes it seem is that you have to follow along the rooftops. Well, there's no way I can move fast enough, so I failed like 4 times.
Yeah.
Before I decided I'm not gonna follow on the rooftops. I can't keep up, so I hijacked a carriage and followed on a carriage.
Yeah.
But if I was
Which is silly if you're being an assassin.
yeah, and like part of the problem was there was a lot of the bad gang members around, so I had to fight them off while I was chasing, trying to tail the person on the carriage that I was supposed to tail. So, yeah, that was interesting. But combat, I still think the combat sucks.
I see. I thought
Assassin's Creed.
it was a lot better.
It's better. It is better. But I still like, you break your blocks with, I guess it's the A button. What is the X button? Like
X.
actually attack.
Yep.
And then you use B to dodge. Is it B dodge or counter? I think it's dodge.
I use my PlayStation 4 controller.
Oh, that's right.
So
Yeah, it's not the same.
I'm translating it to what?
Square for attack.
I still can't do that.
Circle counters and X breaks blocks, right?
Yes,
Sounds
I
right.
believe that's correct.
Yeah, I still found myself like whenever I got into a combat situation, I'm like, God damn it, because
Yeah.
you know it's going to take forever.
See, I liked it.
It's better, but like I said, I just came off of Mordor, whose combat I absolutely loved.
Yes, he wasn't as hot on that game.
Right. And as far as like the executions go, like a lot of them I felt took way too long.
Oh, but
Like-
weren't they so good?
They
Well-
were pretty good.
The first few times, but after like 20, 25 hours of seeing Evie beat someone with a cane over the head, like
I don't
five
think I'd
times,
get sick of that.
5 times each. Well, 5 times each kill. It's like, oh, okay.
So you use Eevee more?
I definitely use Eevee,
Same
Eevee
here.
more, yeah.
Nah, I didn't.
Because later on she unlocks ability where if you're crouching and holding still, she goes invisible. So if someone catches you, you just crouch down, make sure you're not seen, and you go invisible and lose your tail.
Now,
so to speak.
I don't know if this is definitely implemented in the game, or once again, it's just me being stupid. But I feel like Jacob does not move as well as Eevee.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I have the hard time with it.
I feel like he feels a little more clunky.
He feels more like a bruiser type of a fighter.
Yeah, I could see that.
And Eevee is more of the stealth assassin.
Yeah.
So
I'm really bad at stealth, so a lot of times I don't even pretend like I'm good at it.
you just charge on in and
Not necessarily charge on in, but I know that at some point it's gonna be me fighting a bunch of guys.
It's gonna get screwed up.
it's
Yeah.
gonna hit the fan.
I'm actually glad I just got done playing Mordor because I am better at stealth than I probably would be if I just not playing any stealth games recently. I think even playing Metal Gear Solid has helped me with my Assassin's Creed abilities, even though they're not similar at all. I still feel like it helped a little bit. Corey, why don't you chime in? What are your thoughts?
Well, it's hard because I only have a couple hours under my belt, so.
Yeah, but that's still enough to get a feel for it.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest takeaway, I did also enjoy it, and I wish I had more time to play it, but as of right now, Fallout's got me, and Xenoblade, however you pronounce it, comes out tomorrow.
And that's going to be a doozy.
Yeah, that'll be a good 100 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But I like how it doesn't waste its time. You get into the action pretty quickly, and you don't have to go through the BS of Assassin's Creed 3.
Oh my god,
which was awful.
Yep.
And I also like how tonally light it is. It doesn't seem as serious.
Yeah.
And even the characters themselves have a little bit more fun than I think some of the other main characters did.
I think that's why they're more likable characters too. Is that they kind of joke with each other. They're kind of gung ho about their mission.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think what also helps with the tone is that the Abstergo stuff, it's there, but it's not. It doesn't, at least in what I played, it doesn't really take away from the
It's time to get rid of the Abstergo stuff.
I like it because I like the through line for all the games, and I think that concept is really cool.
I just hope there's a payoff for all that stuff.
There's not. You know damn well there's not.
It's gonna be like Lost, where they don't really know where it's going. And
they didn't know. They didn't have an ending plan or anything.
That's how Heroes was too.
Yeah. That's the thing. I think it's just so stupid and pointless.
Yeah.
Just let me play in this world. I don't need to fucking pretend that it's some virtual shit.
I did not like it when you had to play as Desmond for an hour or two, outside of the Animus, but I like a lot more having the 5-minute cutscene of them being oh, this is what's going on right now. Back into the game. I'm fine with that for the most part.
Well, that's better, but I just don't see any reason for any of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see where I hope they take it somewhere and have a payoff for it. I think you're probably right, Eric. I think you're probably right that they won't, but I'd be interested to see if they use that in an interesting way, or I don't know if they're going to take it into modern day. I don't know what the ultimate plan for Assassin's Creed is, but
Watch Dogs.
It pissed me off so much.
That's true.
In Black Flag, because I love that game.
Yeah.
And anytime any of that shit happened, I was just all right, oh god.
I just want to get back to being a pirate.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear you.
I also get out of that stuff though, the meta-ness of it. You know how Abstergo is an allegory for Ubisoft almost, and these virtual worlds they're creating within the game are the games themselves. You know what I mean? I kind of like that. Tie-in as well.
Yeah.
So I get more out of it other than just the through line between all the games.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, other than that, the stuff you guys talked about was all I thought. I thought the free running up and down versus just free running straight, and if it's up or down, sucks to be you. I think that's a good change.
It gives you a little bit more control. I do my character does just stop sometimes, and I can't go anywhere, which still annoys me. But it's a I don't know. It makes more sense, I guess.
Sure. And I kind of agree with Will, and I don't know. I still don't feel like I'm in control very well. I don't know how to phrase it.
You know what? It feels like you're a puppeteer, and you're controlling a person who's controlling your character sometimes.
And I didn't feel that way in even like Dying Light. You know, I felt like Dying Light I was more in control of my character, and I don't know if it's because Assassin's Creed like expects a certain amount of mastery out of you, or if it's just not as well.
I think it's probably
not as well crafted. I don't know.
I think it's probably a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've had a lot easier time with this one, partially because I think it controls better, but partially too because I think I'm better at stealth games now than I used to be. I'm a little bit more patient, and part of that too is if I'm not patient, I know that I'm have to fight a bunch of dudes.
Yeah,
which pisses me off. So I'm more careful about my stealth.
If you're fighting like 4 or more people,
yeah,
it's gonna take
a lot. I've just been running away a lot if I can.
Yeah.
So, and one of the positive changes I like is a lot of times, like right at the beginning of the game, I had to sneak up behind someone and steal something out of their pocket. It was a key or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And I hadn't gotten used to the controls yet. I screwed it up. I was like, great, this is going to desynchronize. And I'm going to start over. I'm going to rage quit this game right off the bat. Well, no, it didn't. I could kill him and take the item off of him. I didn't have to pickpocket it, which is great. It also gives you a very heads up warning about, if you kill this person, it's going to desynchronize. So I'm like, okay, so now I know I have to be a lot more careful. Which is good. It gives you a very, very apparent heads up not to kill. But I still found myself, like, if I had to kidnap someone, which that's a little bit annoying. At times.
The one kidnap mission I had, I hated.
Yeah.
That's the only mission
it's pretty hard.
that I didn't really like out of all of
them. It was a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't do it right.
Yeah.
I think I killed him.
Well, that's just it. Like, I ended up fighting a bunch of guys, and then as I was flowing from person to person, I stabbed the person that I was supposed to kidnap right in the throat with my assassin thing. I'm like, great. So that's a little bit of a pain.
Brutal.
Yeah.
I love how brutal the kills are.
They're
pretty good.
Yeah.
It harkened me back to Rise on Xbox One.
I could see that.
Yeah.
With the brutal kills.
Yep. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's good.
Do you think I should go back and play it again?
I don't know. You might be able to like run through some.
Am I missing out by not playing it?
There actually, yes, there is one really amazing part of the game. It's a spoiler, so I'm not really going to talk about it. But yeah, I think it happens at the beginning of Sequence 6. I don't know. Apparently, in Assassin's Creed Unity, there was parts of the game that took you into different time periods, and that's what this is.
Okay.
I'm not going to talk about it other than that, but it's really an amazing thing. That it's worth to play at least to that point.
Because I have it. I'm not going to trade it in.
Yeah.
I liked what I played of it, but by God, are there so many games other than that I want to play?
Not just that,
which is why I didn't play anymore. But.
Yeah, not just that, but if you want to get the experience, like you kind of have to do some of the side stuff.
I don't mind that.
Just running through the story, it's not the same. And I did a bunch of side stuff at the beginning. I'm kind of just doing the story now, because I should say I bought Far Cry 4 over the Steam sale. So I really want to play that too. So it just says a lot that I'm playing Assassin's Creed, even though I have Far Cry 4 sitting in my backlog now.
What I've been doing is, like, when I get to the sequence where I'm in a new area, I always liberate it first and do the gang war, and then I do the main story portion of it.
That's what I was doing at first.
There's 7 different like areas that you can liberate?
Yeah,
in the
like
game?
7 boroughs.
So, I don't know. I feel like that'll come in handy towards the end of the game.
Yeah,
I have no reason to think that, but
no. What happens is, like, because I'm starting to go into the story-wise, I'm starting to go into places that I haven't liberated, and there's a lot more of the enemy soldiers around than having your gang members around.
Yeah,
which makes it harder.
Yeah,
because anytime you attack someone and screw up, they call in reinforcements, and you don't have any of your soldiers that you could call in to help you, or gang members.
And then what I've been doing when I end up like liberating an area is I got the perk where like they put in police officers that turn their backs to anything illegal that you do. Unless you like stab them.
Yeah, because all that stuff is upgradable. You upgrade your gang. You can upgrade all your gear. You can buy and equip new gear.
Yeah.
And I love all that stuff.
And it seems to be a lot easier to upgrade your gear and skills than I feel like in the past ones.
Yep. Yeah. I thought it was a lot better.
Yeah, because you can just go into your menu and buy the sword, and then you just equip it instead of having to find some random shop and then all of that.
There is a little bit of that for higher level weapons. Like there's special resources that you have to get to be able to craft stuff, but that's all higher level stuff, and you don't need to do it because you can upgrade the stuff that you have in addition to buying new stuff.
Yeah.
So even if you don't want to hunt down the random resource that's there, but you still want to upgrade your character, you can upgrade the equipment that you already have equipped.
Yeah.
Which is nice. And your character, obviously, you can upgrade. There's the skill trees for stealth and economy and combat. So, so that stuff all works pretty well, in my opinion. But yeah, like I'm enjoying Assassin's Creed so far.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, I'd probably give it like a 7.5 if I had to give it a score so far. I hope to have it beaten tonight.
Yeah.
Before Xenoblade.
Yeah, because Xenoblade's a doozy. I also want to get into Far Cry 4. I also want to play Game of Thrones. So
I noticed you haven't talked about one thing. I'm wondering if you beat it.
Oh, we'll find out. We will find out.
Don't get me started on everything you need to play, Dan.
What's that?
Don't get me started on everything you need to play.
Yeah, right.
I know.
Will and I are buying 2 more games tonight that I don't have time to play.
Yeah, I've had a lot of time to play games because, like I said, my wife's been working on her final project, so we haven't been able to play anything together or watch any TV or anything.
I still got to run through Stanley Parable and Gone Home.
Well, I downloaded the Stanley Parable.
How do you tell your girlfriend that you need the rest of the year to play video games?
You don't.
Just say that you're in a competition with us and you want to.
I don't think that's going to work.
That won't work either.
I'm not going to be able to catch Dan anyway, so.
Corey, you tell her that you're taking her out to dinner on January 2nd.
I don't know if that would fly.
Well, just a thought. Yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough to find that time, damn it.
I thought of it. Family emergency, you have to come back home.
For the rest of the month.
No, because I got to go to work. I got to go to and from work. I could feign some sort of mental illness. You know, like, oh, my brain hurts unless I'm playing video games.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work for you, Corey.
Corey, what made the struggle so real for you this week?
Well, I was going to talk about when I was playing Fallout because it's sort of a bigger picture kind of thing.
All right, we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just talk about it later. I've had this sort of like existential video game thing before. I think when we did.
Well, I want to talk
year.
about this too because I didn't have a lot of game time this week, and I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
So, any other thoughts on Assassin's Creed?
No, I do hope to go back to it at some point. I don't know when that'll be. I got to look at the game calendar for upcoming releases early next year because I honestly can't remember.
Dragon's Dogma on January 15th.
I saw that.
I'm not going to get that. But are you getting that?
Oh, yeah.
On Steam?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I can't wait for that one. I guess it runs really well.
It's a big game too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck me. Who knows if I'll ever get
I think
that.
it took me 40 or 50 hours to beat it.
Isn't something Far Cry Primal's February?
Yeah, that's early. There's a lot of games coming out early next year.
Some of them got pushed back, but I do want to go back to Assassin's Creed because I did enjoy Syndicate from what I played of it, and I really like the characters and settings. So
it's good.
Hopefully,
if you're in my situation, you like the old Assassin's Creed games, you didn't like the middle ones. I think it's a good jumping back in point.
Well, it's every other,
Yeah, every other year.
Stayed true to the formula.
They did. So we'll see about next year's. Although if it's a really cool time period, I may want to
stay away from next year's Assassin's Creed if we've learned anything.
Yeah.
My favorite part about the game was reading the Steam reviews, and somebody said played 17 hours and haven't fallen through the map yet.
Yeah.
And then he gave it.
We should talk about that. It ran great for me. I had 2 crashes when I was fast traveling, so it saves right when you fast travel, so I didn't lose any progress.
Yeah.
But there was a patch that came out 2 days ago, apparently, and it fixed everything.
That.
So, but other than that, I no frame rate drops, no graphical issues, nothing. It ran great.
Now the frame rate shows up in the top left corner of the game, right? Is that what that is?
If you have it set up, yeah.
I didn't think I did, but apparently I do though. So, because I've been getting a solid 70 and 60.
Yeah,
for a lot
that's
of
what you want. You want over 60 because your monitor has a 60 hertz, 60 60 frames per second.
Mm-hmm.
It's 60 hertz.
Okay.
So it refreshes 60 frames per second. That's what you want.
Okay.
There's monitors that go up to 144.
Dear God.
Yeah.
Can I see that? Like, is that like?
I don't know. I've never experienced 144 frames per second. So
I don't think I want.
I would have to see it. I want to see it. See what it looks like.
No, Dan, because then it'll ruin 60.
I don't know if 60 is going to get ruined. I think there's a point where you probably won't notice.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, Assassin's Creed. Corey, any final thoughts? Are you going to spend any more time with Assassin's Creed?
I'd really like to because I had a lot of fun. It was a breath of fresh air after so much Fallout. It's kind of weird saying that, but to play some Assassin's Creed, which is it's honestly it's a formula that I like.
Yeah,
I like the historical aspect of it. I like the climbing and assassinating and that kind of stuff. But they've just butchered it enough times that it's not like a #1 series for me. But when they get it right, I really like it. Black Flag, Syndicate, from what I played, seems to be really good. So I don't know.
Yeah, good stuff. I think it's a recommend. Yeah, I would pay $60 for Syndicate.
I got it for like 30.
Yeah, it was.
Did you?
35.
35, I think, on Green Man Gaming.
I wasn't gonna buy it, but I saw it was that cheap, and I was like,
yeah,
we're doing an episode. Eric was in wherever you were, and I couldn't borrow it. It was during Thanksgiving, so.
Oh yeah, you're
I'll talk about it.
Yeah, that's right. So.
Okay. Nibble bits. Should we jump right into it?
Fuck it, yes.
Fuck it. All right. Corey, why don't you get started with Nibble bits?
Sure, Dan. Final Fantasy VI received a PEGI 12 rating for PC. So, if you don't know what PEGI is, it's the European ratings board. Here in the US, we have the ESRB.
They tend to spoil a lot of game announcements.
They do. So that means we'll probably have Final Fantasy VI on PC.
Which is good. We talked about this a little bit beforehand, but I haven't been able to latch onto the touch controls on my phone. Not like Tactics. Tactics worked a lot better than Final Fantasy VI. So it'll be nice if I can sit at my computer and play it.
Yeah. Can we buy it and play it again?
I know Eric's thoughts on the matter, but for me, Final Fantasy VI is like the video game form of The Office. It's that safe thing that you can put on and you just know every little bit about it, and you don't have to think about anything. It's my safe place, Eric.
Oof. I'm so sorry.
Do you have a safe place video game?
Me?
Yeah.
God, you know what? It's probably Rocket League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, too much stress.
No, not when you're damn good at it.
Yeah, but even when you're damn good, you still lose.
It doesn't matter. I have so much fun with that fucking game. I never feel the way I felt when I played Heroes of the Storm. Now that is stressful and obnoxiously disappointing.
Yeah.
Rocket League is so good.
Yeah.
That's my safe place.
Okay. Eric's got a safe place. What about you guys? That's a good question. That should be a question.
And that's going back my entire gaming life. I would probably pick Rocket League.
Wow.
Game I just always go back to.
Your video game safe place.
It would probably be 6 or Tactics.
Yeah.
That's what I've played the most of in my life, probably.
Same.
A lot of the games that I would normally go back to don't really hold up. Like a game like Morrowind that I probably spent 2,000 hours playing. If I played that now, it probably wouldn't be as good,
Yeah.
Doesn't hold up.
Maybe that's a game award for the Thummies.
What's that?
Safe place game of the year.
Safe place game.
We got to get our categories nailed down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. I was working on the master list, which is just about done. I just have to go back and listen to our very first Thummies.
Oh, nice.
It wasn't really Thummies at the time. It was just like
our game awards.
It was just me and Eric, right?
No, I think it was everybody, but Dan would just be like, "So, what do you guys think is the game of the year?" And then we just like fire off our game. It was really quick. It wasn't any. There's no ceremony or pomp.
I don't remember that long ago. Don't remember that at all.
God, me either.
Episode 23, 21?
Yeah, it's probably in there.
Something like that.
That's when we started. Okay.
The patent on loading screen minigames expired last Friday, which means we will probably see more loading screen minigames in the near future. Apparently, I didn't know this until I read the Kotaku write-up on it. Namco Bandai held the patent on that.
How could you hold a patent on loading screen minigames? That's crazy.
It's a whole long ordeal. I didn't read that article. I just
Okay.
read the news that the patent expired. There have been some workarounds, like FIFA does that thing where you can kick the ball around and stuff. I guess the way the patent works is if it's like the same code, you can still use it as your loading screen. It's when it's like different code.
A different game.
Yeah. Right.
Gotcha. Well, what was Blades of Steel had that mini game?
Could have been before the patent.
Okay.
And that's not a loading screen mini game. That was just intermission.
Right. That was Konami too.
Yeah. Imagine like just playing like Asteroids every time there was a loading screen or something.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. With like leaderboards and stuff.
I'd be for that.
Or
a game that could really use some mini games on the loading screens.
Is that our episode next week?
Yet to be named later.
Okay.
2 weeks.
No, next week is Rainbow Six, right?
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay.
Well, I'll play it.
Wait, did anybody get it on PC?
No.
No.
We wouldn't be able to
PS4.
share it anyway because it's Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess I use Will's.
Yeah, we've been
Syndicate.
We've been using 3 people have been using Syndicate.
Good.
Good, yeah.
Damn it.
FTS. Techland is raising the price of the following, which is the Dying Light expansion. It started off at $15. They decided to raise it to $20. Of course, if you already bought it,
Pass, right?
huh?
Was that for the season pass?
I'll get there.
Okay.
The expansion itself was originally 15, now 20, but this is the reasoning. Quote, we now are moving into the polishing period. Looking at it, it's clear how big the expansion pack has grown. It could be a standalone title, but since it would mean a launch delay, we decided against it. If you bought it for 15, you're locked in, but henceforth you have to pay 20. However, because of this, as Eric mentioned, they're allowing people to buy the season pass for $20 before it goes up to $30 on December 8th.
It was also on sale for the Steam. So
Dying Light.
the season pass, it was like 17.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tricky.
I thought it was really cool that they told people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and gave you it was like 3 weeks, I think, advance notice that they gave you if you wanted to buy it.
And then put it on sale.
I was pretty damn close to buying Dying Light again.
I really like Dying Light.
No, it was a good game.
I downloaded it to have on my computer in case I wanted to play it during Extra Life, but I never got around to it.
See, I'd play your copy on Steam, but I still have my save file on PS4.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to start all over again.
No.
Do I own it? Or did
No,
I
but
play your
that's-
copy? I must have played
I
your
don't
copy then.
remember.
If I know you, Sparky.
Well, that game came out back when I still had some funding.
Some clink.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
That's
came out
true.
in the 3rd week of January, right?
Yeah. Last one. Nintendo is now selling standalone gamepads.
I did that last week.
Yes, he did.
You did?
Yep.
Is that Japan only still?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did talk about that.
Did I tweet it again then, Dan, or did I just maybe read your tweet?
I don't
think
know.
I did it.
I'm pretty sure you tweeted it again.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Sorry.
didn't go back far. That's all right. Did you want to comment on it?
No, I don't remember what you said, so I don't want to. I'll just repeat it in case anybody didn't listen last week. How's that? Currently only in Japan, 12,800 yen, which is $104. US, 1 per console. I know. Remember originally before the Wii U came out, they said you would be able to have 2 gamepads hooked up.
You can, but they don't have any like game specific functionality for
It's just
2
like another controller.
Yeah.
Will, what are you doing?
Come on, Will.
Sorry, I thought my phone was on
I
mute.
wondered if that had that's going to have anything to do with the NX. That's why I wondered if they. That's why I tweeted that.
That's clever.
There's going to be some kind of if you can use the gamepad for the NX. I don't know, but I thought that's why they were putting them on sale. They said it's as a replacement in case yours breaks, but
Who knows what Nintendo's thinking ever?
yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Maybe I should hold on to my Wii U before we know more, huh? Or until
I'm going to hold on to mine.
Yeah.
It's at very least going to be NX trade bait.
Trade bait, yeah. I'm waiting. As soon as you can pre-order an NX, I'm going to pre-order an NX.
I'll sit here and say I'm going to wait and see, but I'm full of shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, I have an NX tweet too for when we can
Get
roll
it,
right
hit
into
it,
that.
Dan.
All right, yeah.
Nail it, sucker.
course I wasn't prepared. News outlet Digitimes reports that Nintendo wants to ship 20 million NX units by the end of 2016. The Taiwan-based news outlet did say that the suppliers are only likely to meet 10 to 12 million unit demand. Nintendo is typically conservative in its estimates, which means Digitimes' report seems a bit lofty.
So they want to ship 20 million.
They want to
not
ship,
sell.
not necessarily sell. Which leads me to believe it's inexpensive. That's a lot of units for 1 year.
No kidding.
So I would have to think it's inexpensive. That's pure speculation. But
Do you think though? Because wasn't that rumor out that their hardware was going to be better than their software?
they said industry-leading chips.
Yeah. Who knows what that means?
That could mean a lot of different things. But some people took that as meaning it's going to be at least as powerful as the PS4 and Xbox
Do you
One.
think it has to be?
Could be mobile industry.
I don't
Handheld,
know.
you know, like portable industry, not
Well,
console.
Yeah, I mean that could very well be because if they're going for the whole mobile but connect to your TV thing,
Yeah.
you could be right. They could be mobile leading chips.
True.
It's a
I don't
cell
know.
phone that you plug into a Wii U.
What is this thing? I want to know so bad.
No news in 2016 or no news until 2016. So
Which
like,
is soon.
yeah, but like I think some people were hoping that there was going to be talk about it during the Game Awards tonight, but I don't think they're going to do anything.
Didn't they
for
have
it.
some Zelda shit last year?
Yeah.
They showed off the.
Yeah, they had a
that
thing
famous
saying
clip?
oh yeah, this will be out in 2015.
No.
Star
Lies.
Fox was supposed to be out in 20.
It was that the other
2015.
game they talked about? They're like Star Fox and Zelda will definitely be out in 2015.
Fucking liars.
Look at him now.
Keely. You snake in the grass.
So
NX is definitely a departure from Wii and Wii U.
yeah, I saw that. That was the
Time.
CEO or something.
Time Magazine, I just
I'm
called it.
excited to see what it is. I
Yeah,
really
me
am.
too. I'm very, very interested, especially if they're planning on selling 20 million units. That's a lot.
Shipping.
Maybe
Shipping, yeah.
Maybe it'd be just that amazing that many people are gonna buy it.
I don't know.
PS4 just at 30 million after 2 years.
That's a lot.
And that's like a shit
lot,
ton.
yeah.
They're-
Yeah.
I guess they're on pace for PS2, which is the highest selling console ever.
Yeah, that or the Wii.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's PS2.
Okay.
But either way,
Yeah.
it's on pace for a shit ton.
Maybe the launch title is the Pokemon MMO
I don't
Oh
know.
my god.
or the Pokemon
You know what?
MOBA.
Pokemon
the
MOBA.
only launch title this guy needs is Pokemon Snap 2.
Pokemon Snap 2.
And I'm in. That's it.
Could you imagine?
I've been imagining.
Been dreaming about this.
So for those wondering what Digitimes is, it's the supply side of the semiconductor, electronics, computer, and communications industries. It's well connected to the world of electronics manufacturing. In its report, it gives no sources for its claims. However, it does have a research wing specializing in monitoring key high-tech industries. So it's a legitimate journal. It's not some
It's not the thumbstick.
it's not
athletes.
some shitty blog looking for clicks.
No,
The
Stuff.
thumbstick athletes.
not that there's
Oh, we
anything
don't-
wrong with those.
We don't do clickbait.
No. Yeah, Thumbstick Athletes Mouse Lure Edition. Remember I did
Yeah, Corey.
the mock-up?
That was fantastic.
That was fantastic.
Wii is the fifth best-selling console. of
Is it
all
really?
time. Yeah.
Is PS2 number one?
PS2 is number one, followed by the DS, followed by the Game Boy, followed by the PlayStation.
Wow.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Mobile not mobile games, handhelds.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. So yeah, that's my Nintendo NX stuff. Let me get my other nibble bit here. Oh, it was just the guy that found the stuff underwater in Fallout 4 because we talked about that. Was it last week we talked about that, or was it 2 weeks
no,
ago?
I think it was last week because it was pretty fresh in my mind when I saw that Corey had talked about it.
Yeah. Some Redditor did a fair amount of underwater exploring and took pictures or whatever of what he saw, and there's some structures and stuff, and Corey had talked about not seeing anything. Did you see any of that stuff that he took pictures of?
I saw
underwater?
the structures. I didn't see anything of note. Like there was no actionable items. It was just
Yeah, I think
geography.
he found one pot or something that was all that he could like loot, I guess.
Yeah.
But again, some people speculated that the next part or the first part of a part of the Fallout 4 DLC will be underwater based because there is a lot of water on the map.
Yeah,
So I could totally see that.
I'm probably gonna get that season pass.
I probably will too. I like the game enough
Game's
that I
fucking
would
great.
play the DLC for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Let's go ahead and get it.
That's 2 season passes for me for PC and PS4.
It's too bad you didn't get it for Xbox. We could have split that season pass.
Well,
It's really my bad. I should have got it for PS4 is what should have happened.
maybe I'll just get it on Xbox.
Well, that's your call.
And have it on all 3.
That'll happen at some point.
Yeah.
I do like the game that much.
You know what, Will? And I like that about you. Because I respect that. I'm probably going to get Rocket League for Xbox One.
Me too.
I will have
When
bought
it
it
comes
3
out.
times.
If I like
go.
something enough, I will get it for everything.
I will have bought it twice because Sony was
PS4
so
was free.
gracious as to give me that game for free, which blows my mind.
It might be games with
Games
gold.
of Gold. I actually posed that question in the chat
Okay.
because Jake was talking about it.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay. That's it for my nibble bits. What do you got, Eric?
Got 2, Dan. Speaking of Rocket League, new DLC hit this week. I believe it's $3.99. It's called the Chaos Run Pack. I think we talked about it before. It's Mad Max kind of theme, gritty wastelands, sand, stuff like that. So there's 2 cars. There's Grog and Ripper. They're both kind of like crazy looking,
Piece together
Yeah.
cars from
Kind
from Mad Max.
kind of badass looking cars.
Yeah.
6 decals for the vehicles, 2 new paint types, camo and sun damaged, wheels for Grog and Ripper, 2 new rocket trails, nuts and bolts and sandstorm. They're both pretty cool. Nuts and bolts is awesome. It's exactly what it sounds like. New toppers, including a mohawk, which I guess was the most requested one, a cow skull, and a boombox.
Nice.
Yes, and new antenna toppers, a bomb pole, radioactive, and retro ball wasteland. They also added a new arena, Wasteland, which I did not get to play.
I was gonna ask you if you played it.
I don't know which.
Is it on a different playlist?
I think so, because I played plenty of solo standard ranked,
Yeah.
and it didn't come up in there. And I know
Maybe-
that it's different.
I was
Because,
gonna say, do you think because it's different,
Yeah.
it's not gonna be on the ranked matches?
right, but I wasn't sure if it was in the Mutator
Right.
playlist or if it would just be in regular standard. And I have precious time, so I didn't want to fuck around looking for it. So I don't know, but I really want to try it. They also added new Portal themed rocket trails.
That's cool.
I saw 2 of them. They're like some sort of goo. I don't know Portal. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Bounce on the
It's-
goo.
Do you?
I
Okay.
think so.
6 new Portal themed video game antennas. Also,
Nice.
I believe the cake is one of them.
Oh, the cake, huh?
Yeah.
The cake is a lie.
That is a lie.
Some other stuff, but just more of a great thing.
I'll probably stick with flowers. I use flowers for my Rocket
Oh,
League
dude,
trail.
I really liked. I think it was added in the last one. It's music notes and it plays like heavy metal.
Oh, that's cool.
It just fits so well
Yeah.
when you get like that speed burst going.
Yeah.
It just it's
The
perfect.
song, okay.
Yeah, you don't notice it, but it's perfect. And my last nibble bit, and this is interesting. I'm wondering if any of you purchased this or are going to. To the Moon got a piece of DLC.
Really?
Yes,
I
but
did not hear that.
it's a comic.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's 99 cents for the Steam version, and it also comes with art and music. It's called To the Moon 2, T-O-O, so To the Moon also. It takes place after the events of the game, and it follows the platypus and paper rabbit as they attempt to reunite with Johnny and River after they parted at the end of To the Moon.
Oh man,
Oh.
I don't know if I could.
I
I don't know if I could
You know
read
if you
that.
can stomach it?
No.
I'll probably get it. It's a buck.
Yeah.
I
Fuck
think
it.
I think you can watch it or look at it for free on the website.
You can go to
Okay.
Freebird Games site, and you can look at it for free.
Okay.
But you know what? I'll give them
A buck. Yeah.
for
that's
some of
nothing.
their art and music.
Not just that, but the game was so
Oh,
amazing. I actually recently read an article, someone talking about emotional games. I don't remember where it was exactly, but that was like, that's the only game still to this day that's ever made me cry. I was like, yeah, well, you and me both.
It's just one of those games that
Not just cry either.
I think that might.
I wept.
Did I cry at Journey? I might have. I can't remember,
Yeah.
but definitely cried during To the Moon.
Wept.
We've said before you have to be non-human.
You have to be dead
have to be
inside.
a heartless son of a bitch to not cry.
Dead inside. Yep. Totally agree.
the best part is watching people on Twitch play that. It's just
Oh, is there some good stuff?
oh yeah.
Oh, I gotta check that
I've got
out.
to check it out
He's
too.
like, and River. because they they read the dialogue and like some of the stuff like when they just their voices just go away and they start tearing up.
Brilliant.
That's it, Dan.
Okay, that's good. Will, what do you got?
I got one, and we mentioned it, but Rocket League for the Xbox One got rated, so that's coming down the pipeline here pretty shortly.
Yeah.
And there's some speculation that since they've been giving the game away for like PS Plus, and they also gave it away if you bought a Steam controller, that it might be free with games with Xbox Live.
Yeah.
I wonder how much Sony paid them.
I hope a lot.
I don't know.
I hope so.
And I hope if they gave them not enough and how well it did, they gave them more.
I doubt that happened.
It didn't.
It's business.
But
still really looking forward to that hockey update.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah, that's this month.
next week, isn't it?
I don't know. I haven't heard.
I think it's the middle of December is when it's supposed to come out.
God. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Cool.
What else you got, Will?
that's all I had.
Okay. How was your week, Will?
It was good, Dan. I had a week off. Well, not a week off of school, but I had 3 days. So I literally worked and played video games every minute I could. I think I put in like 26 hours of Fallout.
Put your
Nice.
time in.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was pretty far behind everybody. Like, my friends all have 3 playthroughs already.
Holy shit.
What do your
Yeah.
friends do?
like,
Do they have jobs?
No.
Well, there you have
Do they
it.
have ladies?
No.
There you have it.
Yep.
And, like,
You know what, though? I'm not saying good for them. That ain't a bad thing. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to put in my time and getting through as much as I can, but I also don't want to beat it too soon. I
Yeah.
really...
It's not a game. You wouldn't
No.
do it justice by just running through it.
Take your time.
And
Even if it takes you a few months, you're better off just taking your time.
we'll talk about it a little later, but playing through a lot of the stuff that I have has made the game story for me way better
Yeah.
than a lot of people's experiences with it. Which
We'll talk about it.
we can't really talk about it. I don't know how far you are.
You can't talk about all the spoilers.
Yeah.
You can't?
I don't know all right, where are you in we'll talk about it in what we played.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, give me a minute to remember where I am, too.
and because if you are to the point, then I can say the decision that I have.
I'm not to any point like that.
Okay. But yeah, back at school, I have literally like 2 weeks left, and I just need to
Buckle down.
buckle down and do it, and just try to do
Will,
good.
drop
But
out. Now's as good a time as any.
And then you have like a month off, right? A little over a month.
Month and a half, yeah,
Oh,
around. No, it's like a month. It's not that long.
No, it's not.
It's not enough for me to be ready to take like 17 credits.
Yeah.
God.
I hate school. It's a
Sounds like the
pain.
worst thing ever.
The problem with me with school is like if you do bad on one test, like your average just suffers from it, and it's like I know people who one of my friends took a test before break and it dropped his average from an A to a C.
Wow.
It's just that like I don't know. I hate that part of it. But
This is the breaks.
I do like my classes a lot, but
That's good.
I don't know. I just want to be done and be able to play video games a lot again.
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving was good. Ate a lot of food. Fell asleep 4 separate
Oh
times.
yeah, Thanksgiving is already a week ago.
4 times?
Yeah, and it wasn't like a short 15-minute nap. Like it was like an hour. So put my time in with that. But other than that, didn't do a whole lot that I can think of.
Okay. What about you, Eric? What do you got?
Well, I went to my fiance's family's house. Well, day of Thanksgiving, I worked.
Uh-huh.
My place of business was open till 4 o'clock, so I worked till about 4:15, and then my fiance and I drove up to her parents', which is about an hour and 45 minutes from here.
Really?
Yeah, maybe an hour and a half. It's not a bad drive though. So we went up there Thursday night. We had like a small ham dinner. It was just her and I and her parents. And then Friday we went shopping, but we went like 10 or 11. We weren't rushing around. There wasn't really anything we were out looking for. It was just one of those things. Her
Yeah.
sisters like to go Black Friday shopping, and there was a couple video games. I was like, well, if we go, I'll get them.
Yeah.
So I ended up buying Diablo 3 again for PS4. Mm-hmm. I got it for I think it was $20.
Nice.
No, it was less than that. It was $17 with my Gamers Club discount.
Oh, wow.
That's why. Because a good buddy of mine, Alex, is getting a PS4 for Christmas, and he's a big Diablo fan, and we're gonna play that shit. I can't wait. Sad news is my Diablo save file got corrupt on my PS4, so I lost my character.
That's tough.
So hey, you can start a new one with us.
I know, but damn it.
That's frustrating.
That was like 40 hours I put into that. And then I also got Helldivers for PS4, which is a game that I've wanted to get for quite a while. It was $15. It's normally $40, the physical copy with all the DLC.
Wow.
So it was $15 at GameStop, and I had enough points built up to get it for free.
Wow.
So
nice.
I spent $17 on Black Friday, and I got 2 games I'm pretty pumped for co-op on. Because Alex actually owns that too. So
nice.
Yeah, so we went out shopping. That was fine. It wasn't anything crazy. It was busy, but whatever. And then we had our Thanksgiving dinner on Saturday. But the real star of the weekend, well, there was 2 stars of the weekend. In terms of entertainment, I watched a movie that I really liked. Gone Girl. Corey, have you seen that?
No.
I asked you that.
Yeah.
Man, that movie's fucked up. It's so good, though. Like, it's one of those movies. It was the first thing I thought of the next morning. I was like, man, that was fucked up. But highly suggest watching that movie. I think it's, what did I say, Ben Affleck's in it, or somebody famous is in it.
Yeah, he's in it.
Ben Affleck, okay. But I really had a glimpse into parenting this past weekend.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did you now?
I did. Because they're my nieces and nephews too, I suppose.
Yeah.
She's got 2 nieces, one who's a very small infant, and then a nephew. And the one niece who's like 3 or 4, she's been an only child until now. And the amount of jealousy going on in that child from the baby is absurd.
Yeah.
Did you have that experience, Dan?
No, but my older son, he's pretty easygoing.
Yeah.
So jealousy was never an issue.
Yeah.
But I think with my daughter, because we're gonna eventually have another one,
Uh-huh.
I think my daughter will be jealous.
Yeah.
Just because that's how she is.
And I don't think it helps that this one is also a girl.
Yeah.
So like there's that whole thing too.
People can say all they want that girls and boys are the same. They're just not.
I disagree.
Anyone who has kids knows.
I don't have kids, but my experience with these kids is they're different.
Oh yeah.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I love all of them very much. But man, that was quite an experience. She was like just out of control, and she's done this thing where she was completely potty trained. Well, not completely, but just about completely.
Yeah.
But she's taken to shitting her pants now.
For attention.
For attention.
Yeah.
And like listening to a child argue with somebody is both hilarious and the most frustrating thing you've ever witnessed.
You just want to haul off and slap.
Oh
them.
my god, I wanted to so bad, and she wasn't even arguing with me.
Yeah, it's definitely a test of patience.
The funniest line, I thought, she shit her pants. We were about to leave, and my mother-in-law, she says to her, she's like, "You need," because the washer machine was running, so couldn't put her clothes in there. She says, "You come in here to the bathroom and you wash this out yourself." So she has the tub running, and she starts screaming and shit. And then she's like, "I don't want to clean this. You do it." And my mother-in-law goes, "If I put my pants, nobody's going to clean it out." And like they're just going back and forth. And I was like, well, happy Thanksgiving. Yeah. We'll see ya.
See you later.
But really looking forward to that in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Luckily, the good times usually heavily outweigh the bad times.
Oh, no.
But,
I love her to death. She's hilarious.
But, yeah, there's always those times where you just want to wring their necks.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
But go watch Gone Girl. Definitely good.
What's that about?
I can't tell you without kind of spoiling.
Oh, okay.
I'll look
into it.
Kind of a murder mystery kind of thing.
Okay.
It's got drama, thriller.
Did Ben Affleck direct it too?
Fucking weird.
Did Ben Affleck direct it and Casey Affleck lead in it? Was that the movie? Is that the movie I'm thinking of?
I don't think so.
Maybe the other way around. Isn't Casey Affleck the better director?
No, I thought Ben Affleck was the better director. And Casey Affleck
was the actor for sure.
Okay. Maybe it was that way.
You know who else was in it? Was the dude from How I Met Your Mother.
Tyler Perry.
Doogie Howser.
Oh, Neil Patrick Harris.
Yes, he was also in it.
Okay, that's not the movie I'm thinking of then.
I don't know. I can't remember who the woman lead actress was, but
Okay,
fucking weird, man.
nice.
Rosamund Pike.
That's who the lead actress was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Corey, I'm always very interested to see what you think of movies. I really want.
It's my buddy John, friend of the show, LA correspondent. John always has suggested Gone Girl to me.
Oh,
since
cool.
It came out, so I've been meaning to get to it, but what you gonna do?
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Sounds good. What do you got, Corey?
Yeah, Thanksgiving. I too spent the festivities on the lady friends side of stuff, which is always a good time. They have a giant party with lots of libations and good company and good fun.
How many people were there, Corey?
We were doing a count, and we got to like 130, and we stopped.
For dinner?
I don't think that many people were there for dinner. I would say probably about 100, maybe a little under 100 for dinner.
How many cooks?
There were 2 like full-time all-day cooks, and then just people helped out here and there.
Sounds stressful.
It's impressive, really. And the food all comes out pretty good, which is really impressive to make that amount of food for that amount of people.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like catered or anything.
Right.
But yeah.
Home cook.
Yeah, it's always a good time. We did like the Wednesday night thing is like cocktail hour and stuff like that, and then Thursday is Thanksgiving, and I had to work Friday, so I did something I don't like to do, but I'm really glad I did it. Thursday, I only drank light beer, and I drank a lot of it and was still drunk, but Friday I woke up and felt totally fine.
Yeah.
So that's the good thing about light beer.
Yeah,
I guess.
Give you quite the hangover.
Right. Yeah. But that was good. Let's see, what else did I do? When did I come home? Friday, hung out with some friends. Sunday, I did something I haven't done since middle school, and that was puked all day.
You were sick?
Yes. I haven't thrown up like that from being sick since, like, middle school. I haven't had, like, a stomach virus since middle school.
Really?
How much did you drink while you played Rock Band on Saturday?
It wasn't too much.
Okay.
But it was. I don't drink cocktails very often, and that's all we drank. We drank Moscow Mules and I forget the name of the other one. Some kind of Brindamore. Brindy.
Rod Brindamore.
It's like cranberry juice and bourbon and honey, or something like that.
Ugh.
Sounds awful.
They're good drinks. Moscow Mule is a really good drink. I don't know if you guys ever had it.
No.
It's vodka and lime and ginger beer. That's pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. It could have been the cocktails, I guess. But like when I didn't wake up with a hangover. You know, I did wake up throwing up, but I didn't have like the sleepiness or the headache or the dry whatever. So I don't know, but it was pretty much like clockwork. Every hour I was throwing up, and then when all my liquid ran out, it was just dry heaving.
Ugh.
I heard that you made a bagel with bacon, horseradish, cream cheese, and started eating it, and then...
So I puked 4 times, and I went downstairs, and Mom and Dad went and got a bunch of bagels, and Mom made her bacon, horseradish, cream cheese, which I love.
Yeah.
And I was really hungry, but I just couldn't keep anything down. But I wanted the onion bagel with the bacon, horseradish, cream cheese.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so I made it, or maybe somebody made it for me. I don't remember because I was hurting.
Mom, who are we kidding?
And I took a couple. I was laying on the floor and I nibbled at it a little bit, and then I started to feel nauseous. And sure enough, it just all came back up. So I just unfortunately had to ditch it. But by 5 o'clock, I was all right. I had some.
Cleared out.
I was really hungry all day.
The Bills game and threw up because that's what happened to me.
It could have been anything. I really don't know. But I had wonton soup with egg drop.
Ooh.
And that, I don't know if that helped.
Underrated.
Or what, but yeah.
Egg soup.
After I ate that, I was pretty much fine for dinner. And then the next day I was totally fine.
I just want to go back to the egg drop soup for a minute. Does anybody know what that is? Like, the liquid? Is that just, it seems
idea.
like grease.
I always thought it was like just butter.
Yeah, like greasy,
Just
buttery
butter.
shit, like just cakes onto your arteries.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
And
a
coat your insides.
quick Google search because I had no idea.
It's good.
It is good.
Egg drop soup is a Chinese soup of wispy beaten eggs and boiled chicken broth.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's boring.
Yeah.
So it was wonton egg drop soup.
Oh, okay.
But
Nice.
it did the trick.
Yeah.
Or maybe I was getting better anyway. I don't know. But that was awful. But today, speaking of Chinese, I made homemade General Tso's chicken
Really?
in the slow cooker.
First time?
First time.
How'd
Yeah.
it come out?
Pretty good.
Now,
Next,
did it crisp
next.
up at all in the slow cooker?
What's that?
Did it get crispy at all in the slow cooker?
No, you brown it before you put it in.
Oh, okay.
You coat the chicken in cornstarch, and then you brown it in vegetable oil on the skillet, and then you
Okay.
throw it in the slow cooker with the sauce. But next time I know to double the sauce because when all was said and done, it wasn't all that saucy, and I like a good saucy General Tso's.
Me too. Me
Sure.
too.
That's my week. I don't know. Been trying
Okay.
to play video games.
Oh,
Amongst
yeah.
all that.
That's the thing. I had such a hard time. I found myself like really, really missing being able to play video games, and I always do, but it was hard. I went so far as to purchase a mobile game, which I never do.
Oh
Yeah.
God, which one?
Lara Croft Go.
I've heard that's a good one though.
Yeah.
It is. It is good. But it was on sale. That's the reason I bought it. It's usually like $5, and I just happened to look because it was Black Friday,
Yeah.
and it was on sale for $2, I think. I was like, shit, why not? But my God, the lack of game time that I have had recently has really just been
Depressing.
it is depressing.
Yeah.
It's not healthy. I don't
Well-
feel like.
Well, the thing is that's how you unwind. So when you don't get your unwind time,
I don't even know if that's the case.
no.
It's all I want to do ever.
Yeah. I hear you. See, that's my unwind time. That's when I can sit and tune out
I don't have
You know?
anything to unwind from.
work.
Oh, I mean, I don't get worked up though at work, really.
Yeah.
It's good not to.
Yeah, I don't get stressed out very easily, but like, man, I don't feel like it's healthy right now. My relationship with gaming, I'm obsessed with it.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Well, when you come home and all you want to do is play Fallout and you can't,
Or anything.
it's
I just want to play anything.
That's the thing with me too. Like I almost have to accept. Like I have to go into the day accepting that I'm not going to play any video games.
Me too.
Otherwise, I get like depressed and
Yes.
exactly.
and yeah.
Corey, and I know that you'll agree, it's the same way when you know you have video game time and you're planning on playing,
Yeah.
but if those plans change,
Yes.
it's the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like that with anything, really. Like if I get myself mentally prepared for something and it changes at the last minute, I hate it.
I shut down and hate it too.
Me
Yeah.
too, but video games especially.
Yeah, well,
Like,
I could see that
Yeah.
because that's your time, like
Yeah.
I said.
It's the thing I look forward to.
Yeah, exactly.
And man, if my time gets compromised, ooh, my blood gets boiling.
Yeah.
It really does, and it shouldn't, but it
Right.
does, and I can't help it.
Yeah.
Well, I get it. Totally get it.
It's like
Now
you,
I'm sad.
you got to get your fix, and then when you can't get your fix,
There's no such thing as a fix.
withdrawal.
Yeah, there's never enough.
Is this what doing hard drugs is like?
I think so.
This is a lot healthier.
Probably. By a lot.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
it, Dan.
All right. Me, same as you guys. Thanksgiving. We had my daughter's birthday party on Saturday, which is nice, but I don't really have
yeah.
anything to report on that.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was.
Does she understand that it's her birthday?
She just understood presents.
Yeah.
I don't know if she knows what
So yeah,
birthday,
everybody's giving stuff. Kick
birthday
ass.
was.
The universal
Yeah.
language.
It was the first time she kind of got like opening presents,
Uh-huh.
so that was kind of neat to see. Because she's like in the past probably 3 months she started to talk a lot, so they get to be a lot more fun when they're old enough to like talk and interact and
Yeah.
instead of just being like a blob that you kind of have to corral once in a while. So we did that. I don't think I had anything else going on. I'm just waiting for Xenoblade to come out.
Yeah.
My wife's gonna go pick it up for me at Best Buy tomorrow.
Nice.
I'll read the manual for a little while because apparently you have to read the manual to understand all the game systems.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the one tip I've read everywhere is to read the manual.
That hasn't been a thing in
It's amazing that
a
it comes
while.
with one.
I know.
Is it available anywhere yet?
I don't know. I someone said it was
Japan.
It was digital, but I'm hoping it's a physical manual so I can sit on the couch and read it. While I wait
The
for
manual.
While I wait for the kids to go to bed.
It looks really cool. I'll probably get it at some point.
You can just borrow mine.
Yeah, I know, but it's so long that I'll just want it to sit there and I can play it whenever I want.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's going to be a game that I'm not going to run through like I have the past few games that I've played. I'll play it a few hours here and there, and
Take your time.
yeah. That's how I read it's supposed to be played.
That's gonna be a good one for me because I can play it on the couch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The beauty of console gaming.
I agree.
Well, the TV is in use. We can be watching a movie,
Oh, okay.
and I can be also
Yeah, I
Xenoblade.
see where you're
playing
at there.
Xenoblade.
Yeah.
I got to get a Steam Link at some point too. I want to give that a whirl.
I actually want to get a Steam Link too and have my computer be down here and have the same setup upstairs, but with just a Steam Link and a monitor.
Yeah.
So it takes up less space.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm going to do that ever. That's what I want to do. And that's all for my week. Do we want to take a quick break before we get into what we played?
Sure.
I wouldn't mind a quick break.
Yeah, I got to take a whiz. So we'll take a quick break and be back with what we played in just a minute.
A couple of game announcements.
Oh, boy.
Looked pretty awesome already.
Fair.
Already?
Yeah, there was one called Where the Water Turns to Wine. Had a really cool art style. And then there's a Kung Fury video game. Yeah, I'm just on YouTube. I actually got it playing in our stream. And there might have been another couple that I missed, but those two I saw, they looked cool. Did you guys see the Kung Fury movie?
No.
You guys gotta watch it. It's one of those so stupid it's entertaining things.
What is?
Kung Fury. It's short. It's like a 30-minute movie on Netflix.
Okay.
Definitely check it out because they made a game out of it.
I know what I want to talk about. I finally convinced the wife to watch Game of Thrones with me.
Really?
Oh yeah.
And not wait.
You gonna restart the series?
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised you had to talk her into that.
Yeah, she doesn't like violence
Oh.
at all. So I just told her I'll have her close her eyes during. There's only a couple parts that I got squeamish about. The part where the guy gets the lance in the throat, Corey, you remember that? And blood just gurgles out of his throat for like 30 seconds. Remember that? It's in the first season. I don't know. It's some unknown night.
Unknown.
It's
I don't remember.
It's the King's Hand tournament.
Okay.
The very first season.
I don't remember.
It's all fresh in my head because I recently watched it. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down and rewatch the series.
yep. Before April.
Football's stupid.
Is that for sure?
These
Yep.
are
Oh boy.
so fucking bad.
It's too much. Bad. It is.
Did you see the highlights?
I didn't. That's why I didn't. I only heard that they lost. I didn't know.
Right.
I was depressed when the Giants lost.
So
What game was it?
the Bills and the Chiefs.
Oh, okay.
So the Bills, or no, the Chiefs had the ball, and there were a couple of really bad calls. They got like a 40 or 50-yard pass that got them down in like on the 5 or the 10 that the guy didn't catch. It hit the ground clearly. It was Macklin. That's who caught it.
Jeremy Macklin.
They called it complete. Rex didn't challenge it. I don't know why nobody told him to challenge it. Like it was clearly not a catch.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't be put in that position. It wasn't a catch.
Yeah.
And then they scored on the next play, I think. So that one. And then the last drive of the game, the Bills were down by 8. And they were driving. And Tyrod threw for a first down. The guy clearly caught the ball. Like he was standing up, had the ball, took a good 3 steps.
Yeah.
It was clearly a catch. He goes to the ground. The ground causes a fumble.
Yeah.
They called it incomplete.
Oh,
Unfucking believable. Like even the announcers, everybody was like, I have no idea why that's incomplete.
They need to clarify those rules. They need to make it more cut and dry. Because I don't think anyone knows what a catch is anymore.
No.
I really don't.
No, the referees don't even fucking know.
Yeah. It's
Rexton
too
challenged
subjective.
that one. But again, he shouldn't be put in that position.
Yeah,
Like that was clearly a catch.
Yeah.
Clearly.
How did they mess it up that bad?
I don't know.
Are the rules that convoluted that even the referees
Yeah,
at this point
they're overthinking it.
Yeah.
Like
I was talking to Dad about it.
I was
and
so mad.
To me, I think a catch should be catch the ball 2 feet down. If you catch the ball, you have 2 feet down. If you get hit after that and you lose it, it should be a fumble.
Yeah.
If they want to increase like turnovers and stuff, that's an easy way to do it. Because the whole making a football move or whatever
it's all
it's too open to interpretation. Like a player is going to do different things when they get the ball. I know like turning up field is considered that, or trying to secure the ball is considered that, but like you never know really what's going through the player's head. So they need to make everything more cut and dry.
Yeah.
It's like that with everything. Like holding, you can do a little bit of holding, but you do too much holding. And the whole pass interference is another one that drives me crazy. I don't know.
It's
because like every play, there's hand checking. You do a little too much hand checking, and they'll call you. Like, who even knows?
And it's just laden with penalties every game.
Yeah.
Ever since the Giants-Patriots game, I've been extremely turned off from football.
I still watch it, but like I said, very casually.
I don't know if I can watch it anymore.
I still have a good laugh at the Browns' expense after their most recent.
Yeah.
That was unbelievably bad.
Yeah, that was very entertaining.
Did you see that?
Well, I
feel so bad for the
I
Browns
watched
fans.
a lot of some guy who like he was taking a selfie of them like going to kick the field goal.
I saw that video.
And he looked over and he saw that it was blocked and he was just like he walked away. He's like, I
Did you
know
see
it's
the
gonna
guy
happen.
that ripped his jersey in half?
Yeah, that was
and
good.
Somebody next to him said, "I hate the Browns for wearing a Browns jersey."
Feel so bad for those
And
people.
the worst part is Josh McCown got hurt that game for the year. So
Yeah, and
Manziel's the backup and Anthony Davis is starting.
yeah, because Manziel got dropped down to the third string.
Yeah, that's the only thing about football.
Johnny
that I
Foosball.
Still get a chuckle out of.
Yeah. They're not gonna, but they're not gonna.
Who didn't know he was going to suck in the NFL?
Yeah,
I said
right.
that.
Yeah.
Same with Debo. Like,
No, come on.
fuck the NFL. It's fucking shitty. It's shitty. It's a
has-
shitty sport now. They've ruined it.
It has fallen apart.
I like watching college football more. There's
Hockey's
not as flags.
better. Hockey's better.
Yeah.
College basketball's better. Soccer's better. I don't care what any American says.
Yeah.
The NFL sucks. They've ruined it. They really have.
This year with football, I was into it, college football, until Michigan lost badly.
Yeah.
Jake said that they just said that in the first 15 minutes of the Game Awards, PS4 is going to have something amazing.
The Final Fantasy VII gameplay remake.
That's not coming out for like
Too
2
soon.
years.
That would be the thing that Eric could be like.
But you could still pre-order it.
Oh, yeah. Pre-order the shit out of it.
Pre-order Final Fantasy VII remaster.
If you pre-order it now, you get a different ending.
Hachi Mama.
I wonder if you can pre-order the season pass yet.
Oh, I'm sure.
Sure,
they'll have DLC.
By that time, there will probably be like season pass 1 and season pass 2.
Jeff Keighley lost a lot of weight.
That he?
Was he fat before?
No.
He's got to with chicks like this on the stage.
Yeah, right.
He's got to be looking fresh.
All people aren't going to like that if there's chicks on the stage.
There's one on the stage.
Scantily clad?
No, she's dressed nice. She looks good.
I was going to say.
No cleavage.
People aren't going to like that.
Damn, that's true.
No, people were upset because there weren't enough women voters.
Yeah, I read that.
What's this? Best multiplayer.
I don't even know what's up for consideration for anything.
Black Ops 3.
You could probably guess.
Yeah.
Halo. Rocket League. Rocket League
Heroes.
has to win that.
Splatoon.
Yeah. I think that was sort of the 5. There was no surprises in any of the
Destiny
categories.
Taken King. I feel like that shouldn't even be.
I think.
No.
That came out last year.
Hey, Splatoon. Taken King.
DLC.
They're considering.
Yeah, that's.
It's DLC.
I agree with you.
It's still Destiny. It shouldn't be up for another award. Except downloadable or expansion, best expansion or whatever.
Yeah.
Do they have a category for that? Best DLC? I
Should
don't
at
think
this
they do.
point.
It might as well. I think we do. No, we don't.
I didn't play any DLC this year, so
What one?
Reggie's coming up on stage.
Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Oh, Splatoon. I think I just
Oh, wow.
spoiled it. Sorry.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Good for Splatoon.
I mean, should have been Rocket League, but that's cool. Whatever.
Well, at least it wasn't like Black Ops.
No, that's true.
Something
Splatoon
different.
was better than Black Ops.
Something
Yeah.
different.
Halo was really good too, though. The multiplayer was really good.
Halo's like my favorite shooter that I've played recently,
Yeah, I would agree with that. Online,
and I need to play it more.
it's fun.
I just haven't had time.
All right, shall we?
Yeah, I don't know whether to watch this or just wait and watch it all later.
I know.
I'm gonna wait.
It's gonna be too distracting if I try to watch it.
Yeah.
I've tried watching like playoff hockey when we were recording, and I just can't.
But
can't
Jake,
focus.
keep me posted in the chat, would you?
I've been watching the hockey while I play Syndicate, so I have no idea what the story is.
Yeah.
I've got the Rangers Islanders game blaring in my ears.
You got to do it.
Will, I
That
have
game-
some bad news to report.
Easy.
Will,
What?
can you hear me without your headphones?
Yeah.
Yeah, some bad news to report.
Now I can't. You did that. What were you asking?
I have bad news.
What?
I found out you can't have more than one person using hockey streams at once.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't use it. I go to Reddit.
No, but I know Dad does.
Aw. That's disappointing.
Well, I'm gonna tell him just use it as much as he wants, and you know if he gets kicked, then like try again, and if he gets kicked again, then there's a game I obviously want to watch. Otherwise, don't worry about it.
Well, if you tell him, he's just not going to use it.
I know, that's what I was just thinking that.
I wouldn't even tell him.
Yeah, I'll just let him keep using it. Yeah, because if I even mention it, he'll be like, "Oh, I'm not going to use it. I won't use it anymore."
Because I'm fine with using Reddit because, like, I just have it on my computer.
Yeah.
But I know, like, Mom and Dad, because, like, I didn't have the money for Game Center.
Yeah.
It's freaking expensive.
It is, and then, like, we can't even watch. He really only wants to watch the Rangers, really, and Ottawa, maybe.
I was gonna say because I would let him use you let them use my thing, but
Yeah,
that's one you can't watch the Rangers.
yeah, which is...
Nothing on MSG, which is Sabres now too.
Yeah, that's another... Because we got him last year.
Yeah, we could watch the Sabres last year.
See, they got Jack Eichel. Now they don't want us to watch him.
Jekyll.
Yeah.
Linus Olmark, that's the big pull.
I actually like Linus Allmark.
All right, here we go. 5,
Stalainen's good though.
4.
Yes, he is.
He's great. I picked him up in my other fantasy league.
I drafted him. He had four
assists the other night. Yeah.
I had Abdulkader too. He scored twice for Detroit in that game.
Nice. Abdulkader. It's a great hockey name. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 228 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. We are now in what we played. Well, I mean, let's talk about Fallout, right?
Fine.
That's still kind of the big game on everybody's minds.
No.
I beat it.
Oh,
Thank you.
nice.
It took me about, I think it was 80 hours to beat Fallout 4. I immediately started a second character.
Did you?
You have to.
Immediately. And played probably 3 or 4 hours on my second character before I started playing Syndicate for this week's episode. So I do want to go back to Fallout and continue playing my second character. For this character, I decided to make a beeline for the Brotherhood of Steel. I want to do the Brotherhood of Steel quests with this character.
Nice.
Because I only really did Minutemen stuff with my first character. I didn't do any of the other factions.
You know,
So-
the Brotherhood of Steel is the only faction I don't like.
Okay, I could see that.
Here's the thing. They waltz into the Commonwealth.
I just found them.
Oh.
Don't ruin anything.
That's going to be really hard to talk about then.
Yeah.
I don't know. They just waltz in there like they're the
Yeah,
shiz.
I
think-
could tell that from the very brief experience that I
Yeah.
had.
Yeah.
I think they did a better job of, because that's kind of how the Brotherhood is supposed to be.
Yeah.
In the other games, they were kind of portrayed as good guys when they're not bad guys, but
They're giant
they're,
Richards.
they're well, yeah, they're they're trying to gather all the technology for themselves, so they have a leg up on everybody else.
yeah.
So they're that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved it. I thought the story was surprisingly good. I was very, very surprised by how much I enjoyed it. I think your mileage will vary based on some of the quest lines and stuff that you do in the game. If you've beaten the game, I recommend reading in Paul Tassie's article from Forbes Games. Something about I'm heartbroken about beating Fallout 4. He had a really kind of heartbreaking experience with the ending of Fallout 4, and it's a really good article. I'll tweet it if I can remember.
Which, Dan, I got to the point where I had to choose a faction.
Yeah.
And I read that, and exactly what he did is exactly what I'm experiencing.
Okay.
And I think I'm siding with who he sided with.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
And
wow.
I'll talk to you about this after.
I can't wait till we can do a spoiler episode on this, because there's a lot to talk about with it.
Because I was leaning towards Minutemen.
Yeah.
But then you said you had chose them.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I kind of want to see something different.
Yeah.
And then I was having a real big struggle with the one faction.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just going to do it.
Nice.
So that's what I think I decided on right now.
I really think that's kind of what the way they wanted you to play.
Yeah. And you know what I realized too? I feel like with my companions, I kind of feel bad choosing that, but I think with the no karma system in the game, that it makes it seem like everybody is kind of like good.
Yeah.
They all have their own noble cause.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yep. Yeah. Good stuff.
So I can't wait to do a spoiler episode on this game.
Yeah. There's some good stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
So. Corey, go ahead. Talk about some Fallout.
I was playing. What was I doing last night? I was playing a little bit. Was it last night? Doesn't matter when it was. But I was playing that, and I know, based on everything you guys are saying, what I've heard before, you kind of, I don't know if you have to do it, but like you just said, Dan, your mileage will vary based on some of the quest lines you do and stuff like that. But I got to a point playing through the game where I was just kind of got sick of it. Like, going into a tower, going up the stairs, searching through all the junk, fighting the same kind of enemies. And I don't know, it just started to feel repetitive, but I feel compelled to keep doing that stuff because I don't want to miss out on something in the main story, like the good part.
Right.
I feel like I have to do all this ancillary stuff that I'm really quite sick of.
Are you talking about doing missions for the different factions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I feel like if I don't, I'm going to suffer consequences. And I'm not going to enjoy the rest of the main story because of it. Or when I'm done with it, I'm going to feel like I missed out on a lot if I don't do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because I honestly feel that way a little bit with the choices that I made in the game, because I really only did Minuteman missions. I didn't do anything with any of the other factions, and I think my ending was probably one of the, I don't want to say the worst, but the least involved one out of all of them. And even when I was reading some of the stuff that happened, for people that did the Minutemen, some of that stuff just didn't happen for me.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird, but it just didn't.
So basically, the more involved with the factions, the more the ending gets.
Yeah, the crazier it seems that the ending gets.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Because, like I said, I had barely any interaction, just a little bit of interaction with the railroad, none with the Brotherhood of Steel, really.
What color explosion was your ending?
What flavor Skittle?
Yeah, I don't know. But
and that plays into my bigger conundrum of no game time.
Yeah.
And here I am doing things I don't want to do to get more out of a game that I overall enjoy.
Yeah.
But, it's I've already got 1 day and 15 hours or something like that.
So you're about 40 hours
into the game. And it's how much, And it doesn't even look like I'm close to being through one faction's quests.
Yeah.
And like, I want to do the other ones too, and it's like, how am I gonna do this?
There's like that main quest line, and then when you talk to the other people, they give you like the repetitive quests.
Yeah, there's some repeat stuff that you'll probably want to avoid.
How do you know?
Like the Minutemen, a lot of the Minutemen stuff, like helping settlers like fend off a raider attack.
Yeah,
that stuff's all repeat stuff that you don't need to worry about.
Okay, because I'm doing, it's not too much of a spoiler, but I'm doing Railroad Quest right now. I'm helping Tinker Tom set some stuff up.
Uh-huh.
Oh, like the Mula?
Yeah.
I think
that's those repetitive? I mean...
I think, I was going to say, I think they have some repeating stuff too. I don't know if even the Brotherhood has repeating quests, don't they?
They do. That's when you help the Reese and the other person.
Okay.
Halen, I think.
Yeah.
Why can't they just have like a little indicator that says you're wasting your time doing this?
Yeah, no, I agree that they should have some sort of way of letting you know that it's a repeat mission.
In the Wasteland, it's not even a place I want to hang out in.
Well, no.
It's dirty. It's not. I don't know. Like
that's the idea.
I know, but like, and for me, that's a problem. Because at least in Skyrim, it's always, you want to explore. You want to see what's around every corner. You want to see the awe-inspiring sights and stuff like that. But in Fallout, most of it's the same.
Well, yeah.
It's just junk-filled buildings.
What do you expect?
I understand that. I'm not saying that they shouldn't make the game like that. I'm saying it's a personal problem for me. I don't enjoy that.
Right.
Did you have the issue with that in 3 in New Vegas?
Not as much, but like in 3 in New Vegas, I had
more time,
a lot more time to dick around in those games.
That's
and
true.
This, like, I don't even know if I want to keep playing. Like, I don't know. I have so many other games I want to play, and like, I'm digging through trash for hours in Fallout 4.
I don't think you like open world games as much anymore.
I don't know. It's not that. It's just like once I stop getting things out of a video game, I kind of have to just move on.
Yeah, that's fair.
I get that.
Yeah,
it's frustrating though.
It is frustrating. I had a feeling that you weren't really going to care for Fallout 4. I really did.
I like it. I really do.
Oh, I know. It's like you said. It doesn't have any respect for your time at all.
If you don't have 2 hours to play it, I recommend don't playing it.
I see that argument.
Yeah.
But I've also enjoyed just setting a waypoint to my next mission. And if I don't have a lot of time, I don't start that mission. I just walk that way, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah. I could see that being fun to do that. And like setting up a little bit of your base. Like I just started doing that.
Yeah, because that you just save and be done with whatever. But, Corey, do you enjoy the base stuff?
No.
See?
So
that, for me, was a big part of what drew me into the game.
Yeah.
So I could see where if somebody isn't into that, if I didn't like that, I mean, I still think it's a good game, but like that was a big part of it for me. Mm-hmm. I love that.
It's what kept you going when you didn't particularly like it when you started.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't really get anything out of that. I don't know. Maybe I'll just make a beeline for the end of the game at this point.
Yeah, I wouldn't draw it out. I wouldn't artificially draw it out any longer than it needs to be. If you feel like
it's not really artificial though,
It is, because you're done basically doing the side quests.
No.
Oh, no, you are personally not.
Oh yeah.
I don't mean you've done them all. I mean you've had enough doing side stuff. That's when you move on to playing the main story, and just let what happens. Like it's not a game that you should or can force yourself to play one way or the other.
Yeah, but like but then I'll end up hating what happens at the end.
I don't think so.
Because I didn't complete all the objectives in an ideal world I would have.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, like you as a player have to realize that you're not going to be able to see everything in the game. It's just like for me, as much as I would have liked to done more exploring and stuff in the Wasteland, I knew I needed to play Assassin's Creed. So one night I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna finish Fallout 4 tonight, and I did it. And yeah, my ending maybe wasn't as climactic as Paul Tassie's was, but I still enjoyed the ending. I still had to make some choices, and
Yeah.
it was still good, I thought.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a sad state of affairs. I
Yeah.
almost have to change the way I consume video games and just like take a game like Fallout and just write off everything else until like not even think about any other video games or anything like that until I've gotten everything.
Yeah. And for those, and maybe if we have anybody new, like part of our thing is we take real world factors into account when we're playing a game. What we choose, we talked about this in our kick chat, but what we choose to spend time on is important as important.
And even though I felt bad about this, that's one of the reasons I didn't play any more Assassin's Creed for the podcast, because like I just have so many good games to play, and like one of my favorite games of the year just got new DLC, and like
that's all part of what you're going to get with our show.
Yeah,
is that we are pressed for time. We don't have unlimited money. We don't get review copies of games. What we spend our money on, what we spend our time on, says something about the games themselves.
Yeah.
So that's all part of the thing.
That's what we're about.
Yeah. So.
But I did play a little bit today, and it kind of brought me back into it because I was doing a little bit different stuff. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the Elder Scrolls 6. Oh, side note, I had a AMD driver update come through this past week. Really improved the performance of Fallout for me.
Oh, good.
And upped I did the I forget what it's called, the AMD program that optimizes your games for you, and it upped everything, and it ran even better.
Isn't that weird? That happened to me with Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
Like I think it was Borderlands 2. I had undershot everything, and it ran kind of crappy, but then I had GeForce Experience optimize the graphics. They all went up by a lot, and it ran so much better.
Exactly. That's
weird.
That's exactly what happened to me. I don't know if it had something to do with the update, the driver update, or what, but
yeah, good.
I don't know. That was a nice little bonus, anyway.
Yeah. All right. Any other thoughts on Fallout?
No, for me, I think I got a little further into the story. I'm sure you're probably all past me in the story.
Oh yeah.
So I can probably talk about. Well, you obviously are. You can talk about where I'm at.
Yeah.
I went to. I'm assuming the Brotherhood of Steel appears at the same time for everybody.
Yes.
The flyover.
Yep.
Okay, that's the last story mission.
Wasn't that awesome?
Yeah, it was cool.
That was one of my favorite.
Well, because I was trying to fast travel because I was pressed for time, so I was trying to fast travel back to Sanctuary
after you got
I
out.
had to go to work or something, and it wouldn't let me. And I was like, "What the fuck?" It's like you can't fast travel right now, and I was like, "Why the fuck not? Can't I fast travel?" I was like, "Shit,
I can fast travel whenever I want."
I
Damn
gotta
it.
fast travel to work."
Yeah.
Yeah, but then like that big fucking thing flew overhead, and I was like, "Oh damn!"
I think it's called the Perdwin.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at.
Okay.
Dealt with the stuff in that building, which was cool. Fucking game's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah,
I wish Corey liked it more,
I do too.
but I'm not surprised. I'm really not.
It's not. It's really hard
No,
to explain. I know I'm not doing a very good job of it. Like I do like it quite a bit, and it's my kind of game. It's just the circumstances under which I have to play it and enjoy it don't lend themselves well to my enjoyment of it.
Totally.
No, that's understandable.
I get it, Corey. I get it.
That's tough. I mean, like, my fiance and I have been talking about, real world stuff. We're moving, we're getting married in February, and like she applied for a job in the state we're moving to, and they're supposed to do calls in January. But like, if she doesn't get a call for that hospital, we're probably going to start trying to have kids like then.
Yeah.
So like, my game time is going to be drastically cut.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
You might. Well, no. If you might find that you might have more time after you have a kid. I had more time after the kid came along.
Oh, she might kill me.
Well, no. For me the wife needed more of her own time to do what she wanted to do, because she doesn't have that time.
Yeah.
When with the kids around, and at night, like, she wants to watch her TV shows, so that's when I play my games. She doesn't like make me watch her shows. So
Keeping up with the Kardashians.
Grey's Anatomy.
So I ended up
Quickly watching
I ended
that.
up with more game time. I kind of cut some other things out. Like I don't watch TV like I used to or anything.
Yeah,
but-
see, that's why I don't watch movies really,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
stuff like that. I just had an opportunity to watch a movie
Yeah.
this weekend because we were watching our niece and nephew, so
Yeah.
her parents, kids' parents, could go out and have some time to themselves. So
There
we were
you go.
watching the kids,
Yeah.
and they were asleep, so we got to watch a movie. But yeah, like you, Dan, I've just literally cut every other form of entertainment out of my
Yeah.
life except for
Mostly,
podcasts.
yeah.
When I drive,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Sports are fine too. Like I can have sports on in the
I hate
background.
sports.
I do too.
Arsenal's whole fucking team is injured now too.
Oh geez.
We don't need to talk about
No,
that.
sports is getting me pissed off.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a struggle, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you might find, like I said, I ended up having more games.
Yeah, I mean, we'll
after the
see what
kids came along.
happens. Either way, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Life is life.
Word.
Just gonna go exclusive Hearthstone for a year and see how that feels.
I'm so sorry.
There's no way I could do that.
It's almost like I don't even want to like. I didn't even want to see Fallout, you know,
Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind.
because I can't do both. I can't have a life and enjoy Fallout. I can try to do both, and it ruins both.
I hear
Yeah,
ya.
fair enough. That's why you and I are just gonna form a dual Rocket League competitive team, Corey, and take over the esports world.
There you go.
What do you say?
Turn myself over to Rocket League.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in.
Excuse me.
Stupid game.
Did anyone play anything else?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you just
I
Cause.
played the game that needs mini games during the loading screens.
Yes.
Just Cause 3, which I can only give brief thoughts on because I didn't play it too long.
Right.
Yeah, so I bought Just Cause 3 for PS4. I guess the console versions, especially Xbox, but also PS4, are pretty bad the way they run and stuff like that. People that have listened to us before, I don't really notice frame rate issues for whatever reason. I just don't notice it, or it doesn't bother me, whatever the case is. But I guess it drops like below 20 sometimes when there's a ton of explosions going on, which is
Nice.
frequently
Yeah.
in that game. But my main issue with the game so far is the load times. There have been some, like, it's absurd how long it is. Like, if I didn't have a smartphone, I would be so pissed.
Yeah.
At certain points. Like, it loads once to get into the main area, and then it won't load again unless you die or start a challenge. But there's a lot of challenges, and the challenges are how you unlock new equipment, so you have to play them. But you know, it's like a 5-star kind of thing. Except it's gears instead of stars. So say
Yeah.
you need like 3 gears to unlock the next piece of equipment. If I only did 2 gears good, I have to retry it. So I have to reload, and it just takes too long. It's fucking annoying.
Can you time it next
Wow.
time? Like
Yeah, I'll
maybe
time
on
some
your
of
phone. I'm just curious.
Giant Bombcast. I can't remember which guy it was. Might have been Vinny. He said he timed one that was over 4 minutes.
Ugh. That's
He
way
said
too
his
long.
were very sporadic. I think he played on PC, but I'm not positive. He said like some of them were 15, 20 seconds. Some of them were a minute and a half. He had one that was over 4 minutes.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Like sitting there for 4 minutes feels like an eternity.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
you're trying to play.
And
a
talk
game.
about not respecting your time.
Yeah.
Like that's shitty.
That's definitely not respecting your time.
The one good thing is
you're not even
you
playing.
don't die very easily.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I felt like I should
Re-
have died a few times and I just didn't.
Rico can take a lot of bullets. and
Rico soaks them.
a lot of falling damage too. He can fall
Yes.
from some pretty high heights and not die.
Aside from all of that, it's really fun.
Yeah.
It is a really fun game. You know what it made me think of was Infamous,
Mhm.
the one that came out for PS4.
Mhm.
It's just way better than that.
Yeah.
Way more fun. Like just blowing shit up and the wingsuit and the parachute and like vehicles, and they give you a lot of awesome stuff right off the
after
jump.
that,
There,
yeah.
the opening was great too. I don't want to. It's not a big spoiler, but it was really fun, and I just want Will to be able to
Yeah.
play it without hearing what it is. That was really cool. Like just the rockets and fucking shits just blowing up everywhere. But it's a lot of like taking over territories and stuff like that repetitively. And I could see how that's going to get kind of repetitive, but it's
The
fun.
map is huge.
It is huge. It's just
Huge.
mindless fun.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to get that game at some. That's probably going to be my next game purchase
It's good stuff.
because I really like Just Cause 2.
Yeah.
So I'll be getting it.
But yeah, we'll get in more into that
2 weeks.
2 weeks from now.
Yeah. Okay. Did anyone else play anything they want to talk about?
Corey and I played Rock Band for.
Rock Band.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do we buy anything?
Yeah, you did.
What I
When
buy?
I was sleeping.
I didn't get any alerts.
Here's
I
what,
haven't played my Xbox.
here's what happened. I went to bed at like 11, and they played Rock Band, like Corey, Sophie, and my mom and dad, till like 1. And I checked my email when I wake up, and there's a $2 purchase.
Hey, I texted you saying I
it
owed
won't.
you $2.
I don't care. I found it funny that I was oblivious to all of this. Sleeping.
Breaking news, guys.
What?
Telltale's making a Batman game.
Oh yeah, Jake said that in the chat.
Okay.
I'm actually excited for that.
Yeah.
That'll be
I like
pretty
Batman.
cool.
And there's so many characters and stuff they can use, like villains. I think it'll be awesome. Why?
How many
You
times
see,
have we?
I don't have Telltale fatigue. I don't
Really?
play.
You never chimed in when we talked about how many of those games do we need?
Oh, yeah, but I don't. But me personally, I don't have that fatigue because I don't play them.
It's got you. That's the type of thing where you don't need to play all of them. It's just if you're invested in the universe.
And I like Batman.
Like Eric with Batman. Corey, I know you like The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I'm excited to play the Game of Thrones one because I'm really invested in that.
Right.
Like that's where those games would fit. Like I don't need to go and play all the Telltale games.
No.
You know?
But I
Nobody
think
does.
Batman could be awesome.
Yeah. I don't need to play Minecraft.
But you're right, Corey. I mean, there
Story
are too
mode.
many of them. But like Dan said, like if they pick the right one for
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
then it's probably pretty sweet.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
cool.
Breaking news. What? Rock Band. Any more thoughts on Rock Band?
I passed my first song on hard on drums.
Nice.
Wow.
For whatever reason, when the bass pedal isn't lined up with me hitting a note, I can't do it. It's like if I have to hit a note and the bass pedal and hit a note again, my brain doesn't function
Yeah.
correctly.
I didn't think the drums were very responsive personally. Maybe I was hitting them in the wrong spot.
If you hit them on the edges, they're not as responsive as you do in the middle.
Yeah.
So that might be it.
Yeah.
I do know what you mean.
I don't know if my timing was just off or what, but it just didn't feel like it clicked.
The only song that like I was playing and like was spot on was Ocean Avenue.
Ah, yellow card.
Sophie got a video of us playing it.
That's a good one.
That's a good
I
song.
think I got like a 98 on the drumming.
Nice.
That was the only song that I was like really into and was able to do. But other than that, like sometimes as you said, I don't know if like I just don't hit it like good, like on the note perfectly, or if like I'm not hitting the center.
Because it feels to me like I'm doing it at the right time, but I'll mess up.
Yeah.
Like on the screen. I don't know.
I don't know if the calibration is a little bit off.
That could be off.
Because we did it on your TV, I think.
Yeah, we moved it, and I don't know
Yeah.
if that matters. I don't know.
They do say when you go to new TVs to calibrate it, so maybe
Could
that
be.
could be an issue too. But that game's still a lot of fun to play.
I gave a thought to getting the new Guitar Hero on Black Friday because a lot of places had it for like half off
Really?
already with the guitar. Yeah, and I
Wow.
gave some thought because I've heard some things about it from the podcast I listen to that made me think I would like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like playing with the music videos sounded pretty cool to me.
Yeah,
I might get it at some point. We'll see.
that would be
Maybe in the doldrums of summertime.
Yeah.
it's for a little
When
something.
it's cheap.
That do it.
Something extra. But yeah, Rock Band's fun.
Yeah, it is. That's it, really, that I can
Okay.
think of.
Corey, do you have anything you want to talk about?
Nope. Unfortunately.
Okay. Eric, you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, not from what I played.
Okay. Did we get any feedback?
You know what? Jake sent a late email in.
Okay.
Let me send it to you.
Sure. All right.
He said in the chat, Jake said that the Far Cry Primal trailer looks fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm looking forward to that game. I really can't wait to play Far Cry 4. That's one I've been having my eye on for a while.
It's really good.
On Steam. It finally got down to $25 for the sale. It's been cheaper.
You haven't played it.
No, I haven't played it at all.
I forgot that you hadn't played it.
Yeah. It was cheaper if I had gotten it on just Uplay. I could have gotten it for like 18, I think, at one point. But
Don't do that.
I prefer to just have all my games in one spot if possible. So I waited till I could buy it on Steam.
We didn't even talk about this. You play trying to install games on it?
What's that?
You had to run it as administrator?
Oh yeah. That's something we should talk about earlier. Yeah, because I tried to download the Rainbow Six Siege beta. I tried for like 2 days and it wasn't working. And I had seen that they had pushed back the beta because they were having problems. I was like, oh, I'm just not going to be able to play it.
Yeah.
Because Uplay sucks. I was talking to Will about it when he was here on Saturday, and he's like, well, just try running Uplay as administrator and it should be able to download. Sure as shit. I don't know why that makes a difference, but I ran it as administrator and downloaded the beta immediately. I never played it, but
somebody said Uplay doesn't tell you like what the issue is. It
doesn't.
Just tells you that you can't download it.
It said check your internet connection. I'm like, well, everything else is working, so clearly it's Uplay.
Yeah,
it was.
Because I spent the $35 on Syndicate, and I was trying to download it, and it was telling me nah, and I was like, I just spent $35 on this. I am going to be downloading it. So I was searching on the internet, and like they give you like 6 or 7 options, and a lot of them are really long. It's like, ugh. And the last one was run as administrator. I was like, well, I'll do that one.
Try that, yeah, because that's just a right click. It's not a big deal.
I did it, and it worked, and I was like, yay!
Yeah,
I was so happy.
Thank goodness.
Because it was just like, oh, you have to go to your files and view play, and I'm like, I have a hard time finding things on my computer anyway.
Yeah.
Because I'm not like great with that stuff.
Uplay is universally hated too. Like you'll find some people that prefer like Origin over Steam. It's not common, but it does happen. Or GOG over GOG Galaxy over Steam or Origin. But nobody prefers Uplay over any of the other choices.
I couldn't. Rainbow Six Siege wouldn't even show up for me.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Oh, yeah. You couldn't get the beta to show up on your computer.
No, it wouldn't show up in my games. I don't know if that's because I was in the PS4 beta, if you could only play one, which seems stupid to me.
It does seem stupid.
I had both downloaded.
Oh, so yeah, it just didn't show up. And I looked multiple times.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't just a one-off.
Yeah, I found it, and because it was like preload the Rainbow Six Siege beta. I was like, oh, sweet, cool, I can do it, and I couldn't get it. And then, like I said, by the time I had the opportunity to play it, I was gonna play Syndicate. So it's like, oh, well.
Also, I don't like how they sign you out of your Uplay when somebody else signs in. Too.
See, I've been running yours in offline mode.
Okay. Wow.
To play Syndicate.
So we could both be playing at the same time?
Yeah, because I'll sign up and when I downloaded the patch earlier today, and then went to offline mode.
That sounds like a breach of the terms of service.
Probably is.
My account being taken away.
Yeah.
I was wondering because I was gonna text you because like Corey would play until like 8, and then I would play to like 11, and then I was gonna text you that you could play.
I've been playing.
So you've just been playing.
Yeah.
All right, that works.
Yep.
Because whenever Corey signs in, it signs me out.
Okay.
Stupid Uplay.
Yeah.
That's sent in.
Cool.
I think I only signed in once.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Which gave me Fallout time, which was nice.
What else you got on your Uplay? Anything worthwhile?
Child of Light, Far Cry 4.
I do want to play Far Cry 4.
Good one.
Have you played Far Cry 4?
Nope.
Wow.
Okay.
That game's so good.
Yeah, I can't wait. Like I said, I hope to finish Assassin's Creed tonight. Although tomorrow night I won't be playing Far Cry because I'll be playing Xenoblade. Maybe we'll get it figured out. But
video games, man.
I still want to play. I still want to finish Assassin's Creed tonight. I should be able to do it. We're almost done with this episode.
What sequence are you on?
7. I did 1 through 6 and 8.
Oh yeah, you're good.
So I have to finish the 7th sequence, and then I can finally go after the main bad guy. I think.
How does that work out of sequence?
I don't know. I got to a point where I couldn't find any more story stuff, so the 8th sequence was unlocked for some reason. So I did that.
Because you can do 3 or whatever, and then 8. 3 and 8 or 4 and 8 are unlocked.
Yeah.
And I was like, why would I do 8 before 4?
Yeah, I don't know. Because I did that, and then I figured out that's when I figured out that some of the Alexander Graham Bell stuff was story stuff and not just side quests.
Okay.
Because I was like stuck. I didn't know what to do. So.
Oh, okay.
And then I figured that part out. So.
Now I got you.
All right. Email from Idaho Jake says, hey guys, sorry I haven't sent any feedback for about 2 episodes, but it's because good video games have come out. First, Fallout is awesome and everything I have been waiting for. At first, I was not really a fan of the building stuff, but once I had tons of supplies and built myself a big-ass house, I love it, but I don't know how to get power to my house. I love the gunplay. I haven't had issues aiming down the sights and missing. I'm hitting and I love the sniper breathe. I still use dog meat because he can carry a lot of stuff. He doesn't judge me, and I can still use the Lone Survivor perk. I still barely use my power armor, but I love collecting them, putting them on the rooftop of my house like they are gargoyles. I found a book that lets me paint my armor in flames, and it looks cool. I found about 10 bobbleheads. How many have you guys collected? I have not had all the issues that other people have had, so I guess I should count my blessings. I will say they need to work on the load screen time, and sometimes the graphics take a bit to caught up after fast traveling and coming out of the power armor. And the game has only froze once, and I've played about 30 hours played. Not sure if you guys saw, but I saw a comic strip about Fallout. The player is talking to Codsworth about Sean and finding him, and then it says 5 hours later, Codsworth asks the player, should we be looking for Sean? And the player says, who the fuck is Sean? And that is how I feel. Now on to Just Cause 3. The load screens are stupid long, and sometimes in 15 seconds the next time. And one podcast was saying that it could be the servers, which makes sense. I like the graphics, not the best, but good. And I haven't had any other issues, but I hear people saying it's crap on PS4, and I don't get it. I played about 4.5 hours, and I like it. I have a video on Facebook, and I laughed after it. I might only be watching.
Oh, I watched that video.
Was it one Jake took?
Yeah, he posted a video that from his Just Cause 3.
Oh, nice. I might only be watching the stream till the VGAs are on. So I have a question of the week since Corey is slow at it. What video game moment did you have that you wish you had the PlayStation share button so other people could see instead of you trying to explain it? Later, guys.
That's a good question.
I got mine.
What is it?
When I got my perfection in Halo, which Will witnessed.
That was pretty
What
crazy.
is that now?
So at least I have a witness for that. I can't remember the requirements.
It's where you go at least 15-0 in a game.
Oh, you didn't get killed?
Slayer. Yeah. It was Slayer. Or Team Slayer? No, it was Slayer.
It was one of those ones that I was trying to get all day and couldn't get, because that's when I used an achievement hunter.
I think I was 19-0.
Yeah, and Corey took the controller and just kind of did it.
Is that Snow one? And there's
Snowbound.
that Snowbound?
Yeah.
Halo 3?
Which I
No.
do believe they just recreated
No.
for Big Team Battle.
Or was it Halo 3?
It was Halo 3.
That was my favorite map on Halo 3.
I don't think it's Snowbound. Snowbound's big, isn't it?
Not gigantic.
I think it is.
I'm
'Cause they
thinking of
just-
the one.
for Big Team Battle and Halo 5.
Is the one with like 2 buildings and then there's tunnels underground and then there's like a bunker with a ramp that goes way down into it?
I don't think that was that big.
Yeah, that Snowbound.
That's what I'm saying. I don't
It's-
remember it being big. And there's ghosts in it.
Yeah, that's definitely Snowbound.
Okay.
Unless it was Sidewinder.
No.
Sidewinder.
My all-time favorite Halo map.
Yeah, that's a different
That's a
one. entirely.
legend.
Yes, it is.
So yeah,
That was good.
I'm pretty sure. Here, I'll send you a picture.
Okay. Well, that was a good moment. Lots of Rocket League moments. Although you can
know what?
save the replay for that.
I have mine too, actually. A time that I could have used a share button. It was I've probably talked about this before, but it was Call of Duty 4, and it was a multiplayer on Overgrown. And I used to go up in a building. It was the building that had a minigun attached on one of the windows, and you could look out a couple different windows and pick people off from across the map. You know what I'm talking about.
yeah.
But there was one game, I got so good at sniping in that game, and I was just on fire. And I would set up claymores at the top of the stairs, so when anybody would come up the stairs, I would blow one of them up, then I'd put another claymore down. But I just got in this rhythm where, like, I was doing so good that literally the team was trying to kill me, and they kept coming up the stairs, but I would be in a different spot every time, moved a little bit, and I just was reeling off one after another, and I wish I had that clip because
Nice.
it was fucking awesome.
Because that game was amazing.
Oh my god.
Sometimes when you go into those maps and like do something different than everyone else does, you get a lot of kills because you're just not doing what the other team or other players expect.
Yeah, what they expect.
I love doing that. I did that in my brief experience with Battlefront.
Just try to do something.
The beta, yeah. Just try not to be like where everyone else is. Try to sneak around and get behind the enemy lines, and you can get a lot of easy kills that way.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love doing that. I'd have to think about that, Jake.
I need a Call of Duty 4 remastered.
Oh my god.
The first Advanced Warfare was really good.
That was my favorite multiplayer ever.
Yeah.
I played that religiously. Overgrown was such a good map.
And that game got tragically taken from me.
That's a sad story. Hackers.
So I would be totally for the remaster of that.
You know what? I'm gonna put it on my Steam wish list because I wouldn't mind playing through that again. That was a fun game.
Campaign was good too.
Yeah, I love the campaign.
Do I have it? No, I don't have it. I have like all of the other ones except that one. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
Modern.
Was that the map,
Warfare.
Corey?
Yes.
Yeah, I
That's
figured.
it. That's not very
Do you
big, though.
have a moment, Will?
I'm sure I do. I have to think about it more, but
That's how I'm too. I can't come up with one off the top of my head.
because there's a lot of moments where I was like, that was amazing, but like I can't think of them off the top of my
I actually
head.
have saved most of my Rocket League moments.
It's smart.
Yeah, I just gotta do something with them.
YouTube.
Well, yeah.
Put 'em
Like
up
I
on
said,
the
I just have to
YouTubes.
do it.
I mean, I had a moment when I would play Smash online.
Yeah, there you go.
It was the Wii version, Brawl, and I was down. I had one stock, and the other person had 4, and I came back to beat them. I played as Ness,
Yeah.
and that was a pretty cool moment. I wish I could relive that, but
Mine would probably be that time. I think I talked about this either last week or the week before when it was 4-on-2 Team Slayer and Halo. I think it was Halo 3 when I made friends with that guy that was my teammate that we kind of stuck together and came back from a deficit. That would probably be my moment.
yeah.
That was amazing. It was one of the most excited times I've ever been in a multiplayer game. Back when I used to play a lot of multiplayer games, I don't as much now. But
Yeah. Those are good feelings when you pull it off.
yeah.
That's a good call too, Dan. Similarly, and we talked about this last week, the 2v3
Yeah,
Rocket League wins that I've had. I
Yep.
think it's happened twice now. It's so good.
Or when I beat that Letizia chick in Mario Kart
Oh yeah.
because she had 70 some thousand for her Mario Kart score, and I'm sitting pretty at like 4,000,
And you're really good.
and I won. That was exciting. I beat her twice. One time I won. One time I came in second. But she was really freaking good. She won pretty much every race out of like 12 races.
Maybe it was
She won 10
Maybe
probably.
it was a bot.
No, it's. I actually thought it was a pro player,
Oh,
but it's not. It's a woman from Italy.
it was just really good.
Yeah. Yep.
Take that, Letizia.
Yep. So that's my moment. You have anything else, Corey?
I do not.
Okay.
Now, he wanted to know how many bobbleheads we each had.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I probably have about 10.
I have 4.
If I had to
I
guess.
just found my 4th.
I haven't done searching for him yet, but I will.
I love finding bobbleheads.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's so good. Actually, I forgot. I got to put my new one up in my stand.
I feel like there's places I've been where I haven't been thorough enough, and I missed a bobblehead.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to go back and dig.
I
them all up
haven't been
again.
thorough enough because of my fucking inventory.
Oh yeah.
That is an issue.
I upgraded my carrying capacity twice now, and I feel like it's a waste of perks, but it pisses me off so much that I felt like it was worth it.
Okay.
That's how I was with the radiation.
Oh my god! See, I don't have a problem with that, but like, I'm looking to the future where when I have it upgraded all the way, and I can fast travel even at over capacity
Oh yeah.
and unload all my stuff. I feel like it will be worth it.
Yeah. I agree because you can get super loaded up with
What
stuff.
a pain in the cock, though.
When I play it on PC, I think I'm gonna take off the over encumbrance
I don't blame you.
because that I'm at 250, and like when I get rid of everything, I have 220
Really?
space. So like I don't have 30 pounds of things I can pick up.
Oh,
Wow.
I forgot. I texted you guys about this. I figured out what was weighing me down so much.
Yeah.
So I haven't played since then.
Yeah.
I had so much aid,
Yeah.
health, and buffs and shit like that I wasn't using
Yeah.
because I
Yeah,
have a
'cause
lot of stim packs.
Nuka Colas are 1 pound each.
Yeah, and I
Melons
have
are 1
a
pound
lot.
each.
So I unloaded all that stuff, and
Yeah.
I swear my guy took off 100 pounds.
Yeah.
I had so much.
Oh my god,
I put it all in my cooking station.
Yeah.
I had so much.
that's unbelievable right there.
So now I'm just using purified water, stim packs, and
Stim packs and
something else.
Radaway.
Yeah, I have Rad-X and Radaway. And
Yeah,
a
that stuff
couple of
doesn't
other
really
things.
take up any weight.
No, it's
luckily.
like 0.1. Stim packs are nothing.
Yeah.
You don't carry your drugs with you, bro?
No, I never use them.
I
I used them during a couple of like what were bigger fights.
I sell them.
Yeah. For caps.
Yeah, I gotta have money.
Yeah, I got to the point where I would only loot weapons that were really valuable from characters, and I would just leave everything else there. Because I think my carrying capacity when I beat the game was 285, and if I unloaded everything with my armor and weapons, I was at like 130.
Really?
So I had 150 pounds, but I got to be very selective, and even I would tag the important weapon crafting resources like adhesive, aluminum, and what was it? There's one other one that's kind of
Copper.
Copper? No, I don't think it was copper. It doesn't matter. I would have those tagged, and I would only like loot extra stuff that had those things in it. So
Okay.
I got selective. But yeah, the inventory management can be a pain.
I don't even have a problem.
Well, the worst part of it is it's better now than it used to be. But
Which boggles my mind, by the way.
yeah, the looting and stuff is a lot better. But at the same time, like before, when you had no use for all the crap.
Yeah.
Like now, it actually has a use. You can lug it back to your
So,
settlements.
did you pick it up before?
Yeah, because you would sell it for caps.
Okay. Well, so you had kind of a use.
Yeah, but like with that one, you could be more selective because you would only pick up something that was worth like 50 caps, even if it like you would have to balance the weight for the caps that it used.
You wouldn't be picking up like aluminum cans or toy cars or
Telephones.
Now you find an aluminum can and you're like, holy shit, it's aluminum.
Yeah.
Grab it.
You look for the shiny ones.
the TV tray. You're like, oh my god.
And then Strong says, why human pick up junk?
Yeah. Kate always gives me
Shut
trouble.
up, Strong.
Strong doesn't like me.
Strong, shut up and carry this.
Carry my bag of
Strong
aluminum
adores
cans.
me.
He hates me. I know why.
He's
but
fickle.
He is very fickle. When you explained him 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh, Eric was spot on.
Yeah, he has his things he doesn't care for.
Yeah.
But
He'll let you know.
I love Strong.
Yeah.
He's my dude.
After I maxed out my relationship with Piper, I went back to Kate and
Mm-hmm.
finished out the game with Kate.
I still haven't gotten her.
I don't think I'm gonna change from Strong.
I went back to dog meat.
We have a connection, him and I.
Yep. BFFs.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is I went with dog meat because he, as Jake said, can carry a lot and doesn't judge me.
Yep.
So I don't feel like when I choose a decision, I'm not like, well, what does my companion
He
think?
doesn't care when you want to open fire on innocent people
Exactly. He'll help you.
because they looked at you the wrong way.
Exactly. So I love dog meat.
I like
Yeah.
when Strong says, after we whoop somebody's ass, he goes, me and humans should fight more together. Something like that.
I started collecting some armor for Strong. I never ended up using him though. I would just drop his armor off on him and.
I recently found out how to equip armor on people.
Oh really?
You can do that?
Yeah.
How?
On your settlers and shit.
I mean,
You give it to them
and
then open up like the trade menu.
Yep.
And
There's
when
a
you
button
hover
to
over
equip.
it, it's like I think it's Y
Yeah.
to equip. They can't equip like Strong
T.
can't wear everything.
Yeah,
Like
because
there's
he's
certain
big.
things, but probably the other people can. I gave
Wow.
Sturgis, is that his name?
No.
The asshole at the
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
sanctuary, Sturgis.
Yeah.
I gave him something
A
to
dress.
wear. I should. Oh my god. Yes.
I think you can make him wear a dress.
I'm going to. He's wearing some cage armor that takes all his other clothes off.
Okay.
So he's walking around with a cage over his face in his underwear.
Nice.
I put my vault
That's
suit back
great.
on like you suggested.
Yeah, I like the Vol suit.
I do too.
It goes nicely.
Well,
under
remember
the
I
armor.
said because my guy was wearing his undies.
Yeah.
And I hated it.
Yeah.
He was wearing all these pads and then like his undies. And I was like,
There's other things
What?
you can equip too.
his grundies.
There's apparently a way you can not just upgrade that normally, but there's something you can do through the railroad to upgrade your clothes and stuff even more.
Fuck the railroad.
Yeah, I didn't side with them, but I read that afterwards, so I'll be trying to test that
Remember,
out.
I told you, I told that bitch I wasn't willing to die for her cause.
Yeah, I actually ended up. I screwed up the first time I went to them, and I ended up killing all of them.
Yep.
But I was like, I
Nice.
can't do this. Like I felt bad about it, so I reloaded. And,
I did that once with something that happened.
Yeah,
And I saved before it just in case, I felt bad.
Yeah.
It was towards the beginning. I came across this little diner. It was like a little side mission for this old woman.
Yep. I know what
Yeah,
you're talking about.
You know, I can't remember. Was it Trudy? I don't remember what her name was.
And her druggy
her
son.
druggy son. And
Yeah.
I wanted to tell her that her son deserved it, but I
Yeah.
didn't. So I saved him. But then I decided I was going to put him out of his misery.
Because he was a hopeless drug addict.
And yeah, I didn't think he was adding to humanity.
Yeah.
So I did what I wanted to do,
Shot him
and
in
I
the
shot
face.
him in the head. Well, we'll call
doesn't
her
like
Trudy. She pulled a shotgun on me.
Okay. I think her name is Trudy.
I think it is too.
So I was forced to put her out of her misery too, and then I felt bad.
She runs a shop out of the diner.
Yeah. Now, if she had just said, you know, you got what you got was coming,
Yeah.
we've been fine.
Yeah.
She ruined it.
But I
though.
reloaded. And there they sit, him in his drug-induced coma, and Trudy just waiting for me to buy things.
Yeah.
So
I love that game.
it's so good.
Yeah, I screwed up that when you first go to meet the railroad. I screwed up because I started backing away because I wanted to put on. I have a clothes that I use for charisma checks.
Oh, okay.
In conversation, and as soon as I started backing up, they opened fire on me.
Wow.
So I was like, well, screw you
For
guys
backing up?
For backing up because you're supposed to like just stand there.
still, yeah.
And they so I
See, I thought she said
slaughtered
don't
all
come
of
any
them.
closer.
I don't know. I backed up and they attacked
Pretty
me.
sure. Liars.
Yeah,
She should have said don't move.
I think you're right. I think she says don't come any closer,
She does.
which is why I started backing up because I wanted to.
Well, it
exit
makes
the
sense.
Conversation.
Right.
They don't like that.
No,
No.
they opened fire. They shot first.
By the way, I have a 9 charisma and I still can't pass some speech checks.
Let's put some clothes on before you do it.
But I shouldn't have to. That's
No,
why
you're right.
That's
You're
why,
absolutely right.
That's why I like the individual skills. I want 100 speech for those specific
Yeah,
reasons.
no, I understand.
Because I did a quest.
It's a little more random.
Did you do the Silver Shroud
Yeah.
quest? What's his face died because I couldn't pass the speech check, and then I didn't have my critical ready to take out the guy because you know how he waits a
Yeah.
second before he kills
That
him.
part was really hard.
And I was like, well, I want to save him, but it was 3 a.m.
Yeah,
and I had to go to work, and I was like,
that part was really hard.
so I just saved and continued on, and I
Yeah.
was like, sorry,
It took me a few tries to get that too.
I was really bummed.
Yeah, that was a fun series of missions though.
It really was. I still wear the armor.
Yeah,
Silver
it's
Shroud
good.
armor. Yeah, it is.
I didn't like the gun very much because I was never very good with automatic weapons.
Neither am I. I'm very inaccurate with it.
So, because I think what is it, commando skill that raises your accuracy and damage with automatic weapons.
Yep.
So, which I should upgrade a little bit for, because I like to use the minigun when I'm in the power armor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Fallout.
I could talk more Fallout, but
I can't wait till we can do a spoiler.
we should probably call it an episode, huh?
Yeah. I'm ready to catch up on my news.
Yeah. So next week's episode is going to be on Rainbow Six Siege. Eric and Will be taking the lead on that
Or
episode.
at least Eric. Will's got studies, so maybe
Oh,
not.
that's right.
I'm gonna try my best.
At least play a little
Fair
bit.
enough.
So yeah, that's gonna be next week's episode. The week after that will be Just Cause 3. Yeah, I would like to have it before then, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. I'm gonna try to buy it and have played it a little bit before then, but we'll see. That'll do it for episode 228 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. I'm your host Dan.
I'm Eric.
Well.
Corey.
Thanks for listening, and get out of my basement.